It was everything I had hoped for and more.
It has good features for PvP, PvE.
Постоянно подвозят какие-то ивенты, всегда есть чем заниматься и не успеваешь за контентом.
It has awesome graphics, especially for a mobile game.
Black Desert Mobile is a well-designed game.
The game has an auto battle feature.
Everything that you would want in an MMORPG.
One of my favorite aspects of the game. Hope to see you out on the battle.
So what are you waiting for? I'll see you in game.
Greetings, adventurers! Welcome to this episode. My name is Joel.
And my name is Jeremy.
And we are here today to present to you all a very, very special class that is coming to Black Desert Mobile. It is the Black Rose herself, the Dark Knight.
For elf lovers out there, it's your time to rejoice because the Dark Knight is coming to Black Desert Mobile. While Rangers are under the Ganel race, followers of the Sun, the Dark Knights are on the opposing Vedir race, followers of the Moon. That is why you can see a contrast between their skill particles. The Dark Knights wield Kriegsmesser as their main weapon, which is a thin, long-edged sword which cuts right through the enemies.
Now, the Dark Knight is a class that really does shine in close quarter combats. We all know that she can deal powerful strikes to her enemies, but also with that, she shows a lot of quickness and precision in her movements. The Dark Knight is one of those classes that can nullify an enemy's attack right away, then instantly dash up to inflict a devastating blow. Alright, so one of the most important things that you have to always think about when you're playing with the Dark Knight is keeping track of her magic gauge. So the magic gauge increases with every normal attack that you do with the Dark Knight, and that does not involve skills. But with that higher magic gauge, you can consume that magic to make your Black Spirit skill stronger. So that ultimate skill that comes with the Black Spirit, Rage 1 and so forth, those skills will become much stronger when you consume some of that magic to make that skill a bit stronger. When normally all that magic consumed was going towards the Black Spirit skill, that's the only thing you have to worry about. Now you have to talk about the Ascended Dark Knight having to consume that magic to empower all of her normal skills as well. And this makes it very important that you always have to keep track of how you consume that magic, but also how you fill it up, especially with the larger magic regen that you do get with the Ascended Dark Knight.
Now this is the first skill of the Dark Knight, the Twilight Thrust. It sends a wave of energy at enemies with a powerful thrust, and it has 2 charges, with a cooldown of 5 seconds at level 1, and of course it recovers 1 magic per hit, and the most important is inflict stays on hit.
Yeah, with that CC, I think it's important to know where this might be useful for. I think one of the first things that you have to keep in mind is that it does recover 1 magic per hit, as you did say, Jeremy, and this is all about that managing that resource of the magic to make sure you can have the Black Spirit skill to be as strong as it can. But also, it does show that it does inflict daze on hit, and with the animation of that skill, you're seeing it over and over again, being very, very quick. I can see this being very useful for PvP when you want to get your combo started. Make sure you can get the short CC, then kind of initiate with the other skills related to that to make sure you can get the combo started.
Now the Shadow Slash charges dark energy at the tip of Kriegsmesser, then releases it in a powerful slash. It has 1 charge and a cooldown of 1 second at level 1, and it also has 2 max hits and can recover 1 magic per hit. Now, if you hold the skill button, you can have consecutive attacks.
Yeah, if you look at this skill right now, it does recover 1 magic just like the Twilight Thrust, but unlike that previous skill that we saw, the animation is a lot slower. So this is going to make it very difficult to make sure you can guarantee an attack with the Shadow Slash. Although it does a little bit more damage, there's a little bit of risk involved with it. So if you get a short CC, definitely can see an opportunity to get the Shadow Slash in, but it's going to be a much more dangerous skill for the user if you can't guarantee it.
Now let's go with Eclipse. This skill unleashes a mass of dark energy and topples surrounding enemies. It only has 1 charge at level 1, and it has a little bit of cooldown, which is 7 seconds. And the most important thing though, it can inflict a knock-up effect on hit.
Yeah, I would have to say this skill, Eclipse, is one of our first dedicated PvE, combat-oriented skill, and you can see that it does cover a wide range of areas. So if you got a lot of monsters in front of you, just grab them, hold, and use the Eclipse to knock them down. As you do say, the CC does apply. But most importantly, I think this can work really well as a combo starter with that increased AP bonus that where over a long duration of time, it does temporarily increase your AP. So starting off with Eclipse and just continuing on with that with different skills to match that to make those skills stronger, I would imagine Eclipse is going to be very, very popular skill for PvE.
Now let's move to the next skill, the Cross Slash. Now this skill overwhelms enemies with waves of dark energy, and again it has 1 charge and an 11-second cooldown, which is a little bit longer than the Eclipse. But again, it has the same skill effect, which is it can inflict knock up on last hit.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very popular skill with all of our adventurers, mainly because it really does connect onto the Eclipse where we saw it earlier. Where the Eclipse increases your AP over time, this is going to decrease the DP of your opponents over time. So it makes it a very popular second skill to the start of the combo, and that will make all your other skills following after this much more effective as well.
Now let's move to Nightfall, a very useful skill in PvP. Now when the Dark Knight uses this skill, she leaps into the air with a vertical slash before crashing down on the enemy. It has a 1 charge and a 13-second cooldown on the first level, and it grants super armor during first attack. Not only that, it also inflicts a knockup on first hit and inflicts a bound on last hit.
Now, as you did mention, Jeremy, this makes a lot of sense to use Nightfall during PvP environments because of that super armor that you can get with the first strike when you're going up. It does inflict the knockup, then gets the bound on the last hit coming down. So when you're really needing that CC opportunity on your enemy, I think Nightfall is going to be a good choice to go to.
Now let's move to the next skill, which is the Shadow Flare. Now when the Dark Knight uses this skill, she gathers and launches dark energy at distant targets. This skill can reach pretty far, which can be used against ranged classes such as Rangers and Witches. It has a 10 seconds cooldown at level 1 and it can inflict stun on hit.
As you did mention, Jeremy, just being a true range skill that the Shadow Flare is, it is very effective in PvP because against the range class, as you were saying, when they're trying to open up the distance, you can close down the distance when you get the target on with the Shadow Flare. It does inflict the stun and also decrease your DP. And once you do get that, once it is CC'd, just go up to your opponent and start comboing with your melee attacks right after it. And I think that's where the Shadow Flare really shines in those PvP situations.
Now let's move to the next skill, which is the Dancing Blade. Now when the Dark Knight uses this skill, she harnesses dark energy to execute quick, consecutive attacks. This skill can have 3 max hits and it can inflict knockback on last hit.
Alright, so the Dancing Blade, another useful PvE skill that I can imagine a lot of people using, does have maximum of 3 hits, and as you already mentioned, Jeremy, it does have the knockback if you do get the last hit. It does have 2 branches that you can choose from, and also with the bleed effect that it does have, with a little bit of recover HP as well, it does make it a lot of sense for it to use it in a PvE environment, just cutting down a lot of enemies at one time. And I can see the Dancing Blade being in a good use for that concern.
Now let's move to the next skill, which is the Spirit Absorption. Now this skill of the Dark Knight is pretty much the heal skill of their class. It can heal up to 200 HP at level 1, but it has a 35 seconds cooldown. But it can recover 15 magic upon use.
Now the Spirit Absorption, pretty straightforward skill altogether. It is the heal skill, as you did mention, Jeremy, of the Dark Knight. And it does heal 200 HP base, but it also can have some additional HP bonuses if you can level the skill up a little bit higher. It does recover that 15 magic. I think that's going to be one of the most important uses of this. So if you really need to fill up your magic gauge in a hurry, just go and use a Spirit Absorption to take care of that. It does increase your AP as well, so using this and continuing on that with the other skills will be just as effective.
Now let's move to the next skill, which is the Endless Blitz. Now when the Dark Knight uses this skill, she performs an elegant but deadly series of strikes with the Kriegsmesser. It has a 12-second cooldown at level 1, and it can have a maximum of 4 hits, but the most important, it can inflict a knock-up on last hit.
Alright, the Endless Blitz. I think this is going to be one of the skills that's very difficult to pull off for a lot of the adventurers because you do have to get maximum of all 4 hits just to see its true effects. You can get the knock-up on the very last hit if you were able to get there, but it does recover a lot of magic if you do get to all 4 hits, which is going to be 4 altogether just off of this one skill. So if you can utilize this within your combo and to try to get a lot of reward off of it, definitely can go for it, but definitely it's going to be one of the more difficult skills to pull off.
Now the next skill is the Rift Slicer, where she slices the enemy with enough power to split the ground beneath them. This skill has a 10 seconds cooldown at level 1, but it has 164% damage per hit, and it can inflict a knock-up on hit.
Now this Rift Slicer skill I think is going to be a very good skill to use in PvE. I can see some people using it in PvP, but in my thought the PvE makes a lot of sense because of that long attack range that it does have for a melee skill. And this is one of those skills that gets even stronger once you reach the certain levels of this. So level 7, 10, and 18 is where you want to really rush this skill to make it as strong as it can. Because once you do, those bonus effects is going to make the skill incredibly strong.
Now the next skill is one of the most important skills of the Dark Knight, Fury of Kama Sylvia. Now this skill harnesses the full power of the spirits to obliterate enemies. It has a 12-second cooldown at level 1, and it grants forward guard while gathering energy. And most importantly, it inflicts a knockdown on hit.
Fury of Kama Sylvia, such an important skill for the Dark Knight, and probably will decide how good of a player that person is on the Dark Knight just based on how good the utilization of the skill can be. It does increase the DP with the bonus stats, and it also decreases the AP of the opponent once you do inflict a hit. But I think the most important part about this skill is the very unique mechanism that is very unique to the Dark Knight, which is going to be the forward guard that is granted with this. So while gathering the energy, if you do use it at the right time, it does nullify all the incoming attacks that are in front of you. So as long as you can use it properly, this can be a very, very good countering skill against the enemy that is going to be coming at you in full force. So the timing of this is going to be very important, and once you do get it correct, it can be one of the strongest skills that can be used by the Dark Knight.
The next skill is Shadow Bloom. Now this skill when used manifests flowers composed of dark energy that explodes at full bloom. Now this skill has a 15 seconds cooldown, and it can recover 2 magic per hit.
Alright, so the Shadow Bloom can be used as kind of a continuation from all the initiation skills that we talked about, because this doesn't have a lot of CC to work independently, but it does have a very nice damage. You can see at 135% at level 1, and 2 hits on that, if you can get it to connect, it's going to inflict a lot of damage to your opponents at a wide range. So as long as you have the opportunity to get it out, Shadow Bloom can be just a high damage output skill that can be useful in your situations.
Now the next skill is a very important skill during PvP, Nature's Rage. Now when the Dark Knight uses this skill, she unleashes the full wrath of nature upon surrounding enemies. This skill has a 17 seconds cooldown at level 1, and it grants super armor while using the skill. And it also inflicts a bound on hit.
Alright, the Nature's Rage, an AoE skill that's going to be very useful in PvP because it has that super armor, so you pretty much guarantee that hit, and it also inflicts that bound as you can see it as written. It does have a pretty decent damage, but it's also going to be used as a counter-oriented skill because once you do use the skill at an opposing enemy coming to you, it does have the decreased DP effect, which allows you to get the other skills connected onto that for more damage output.
Now the next skill is Obsidian Ashes. Now when she uses the skill, she incapacitates the enemy with a full power blast of dark energy. This skill has a 22 seconds cooldown at level 1, and it can inflict a knockdown on hit.
Alright, so the Obsidian Ashes, one of the last skills that we do have with the Dark Knight, and being one of her strongest ones, it does have so much damage at 146% at level 1, and it only gets higher with the higher level that you do have with this skill. It does have a burn effect that you can constantly level up, and it has a branch along with the all, which can make the skill much stronger as well. But all in all, if you can use this effectively, just gonna be one of your finisher skills that you have with the Dark Knight to end off with a combo with a bang to make sure you can do as much damage as you can.
Now let's move to the most powerful skill of the Dark Knight, Legacy of the Velia. Through a secret technique of the Velia, she strikes the ground with a Kriegsmesser to cause a massive explosion. Now this skill has a 29 second cooldown at level 1, and it grants super armor while using the skill, plus inflicts bound on hit.
Our final skill for the day, Jeremy, this is the Legacy of the Velia, the most powerful skill that we do have with the Dark Knight. 201% damage at level 1, but it does have a 29 second cooldown, so if you can use this and make sure you can connect with this skill, it's going to be extremely powerful. It does have the super armor to make sure you can guarantee the hit, but it also increases your DP, so right after this happens, you're going to be safe for a limited time as well. Just that association with all the branch and with all the bonus effects included with that, the Legacy of the Velia, whether you use it correctly or not, is going to decide how you're going to win the battle. We are so excited about this upcoming update, and I know that everyone just can't wait to get in there and try to play the Dark Knight with us. And I know that I'm going to be playing the Dark Knight starting from the very first day. It's going to be very exciting. But also,
I guess we're
Are we
on.
live? Are we
Yeah,
live? Are we
We are
here?
live.
We're
They're
live.
telling us that we're on.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. What a special
wow.
day today.
Hi, everyone.
We got a lot of audio today. Probably with 4 of these guys all here today. And we're gonna do another. This is Velia in, just as usual. Another maintenance stream night as we always do. But
the
today's
Velia in, yes.
it's the same one, but it's a little bit special of an episode for a lot of mentioned reasons that we're going to talk about. And I guess we want to just introduce ourselves. I say this because like this looks very Korean informed, if you know what I mean, like in the way they do broadcast
Does have
things.
a way of things.
Like first of all, we don't have our sofas that we can just lean back on like
And,
this. And just like have this.
Chat already noticed the cat is out of the bag a little bit.
What is?
They found out that I have legs.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Did someone actually mention that?
Someone
though?
actually just
Oh, really?
I have legs. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, we're on. Like this is a very different setup to what we usually have. We have like this TV back in this.
It's a very nice TV with a display.
Yeah, it does say Black Desert Mobile. That
Tons
is our
of
game.
upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our game. Yeah.
Yeah, that is our game. Yeah. So we're gonna be starting the stream, and today is gonna be a special episode for a 100-day celebration that we're having with Black Desert Mobile.
Yeah, 100 days.
Yeah, so
Happy
we
100
reached
days, everyone.
we reached 100 days on March 19th, I believe. So a couple of days ago, we reached 100 days of service, and that was starting from the official launch from December. But yeah, I guess people would not really understand what that 100
what
days
is 100 days?
Like, it's a significant
Yeah, Joel,
process.
what is this
What
100
is it?
days?
Yeah.
Well,
100
once again,
days.
since we're being very Korean today with all the formatting things, I'll just explain exactly what this is. So 100 days is when you have like when you have a couple, right? When you have a couple and you and you celebrate yearly annual anniversaries, right? Like it's
Yes.
like we've been together 1 year, we did a good job. Like
Very
it's like
normal.
it didn't take much, but like we did it, and like we're celebrating it. But the Koreans, they do that for 100 days too. So like if you and your girlfriend like got together and didn't break up for 100 days, that's a day to celebrate. So we're kind of saying this to like
You're celebrating.
we're
not
celebrating
breaking up.
our relationship to Black Desert Mobile for being here and sticking around for 100 days, and it's worth celebrating.
Thank you guys for being here for 100 days.
Yeah.
So is it only for couples or for also?
No, I guess it means for games too. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's
yeah.
only couples and games.
Yeah.
Couples
Only
and
couples in
games.
games.
Yeah.
Like it's limited.
Happy
that way?
100
Oh,
days
no
Yeah.
further limitation from
I've
that
lived
one.
here for a few years, so
Yeah,
I
he
think
knows
I
a
know
thing or two. Yeah, Tim
Yeah.
knows a thing
For
or two.
kids too, team.
Oh,
Come on.
kids?
Yeah,
Kids.
Why?
That's like
How does that apply to kids?
Yeah, I heard for
100
kids.
days,
For,
baby.
yeah, for
Right,
people who
right.
get-
He knows because he has a baby. Bear
Yeah.
Bear has a baby. And like, did you celebrate your 100 days with your baby?
Of course.
How was it? How was that?
We just had like some, she put some special clothes. We took some pictures.
Ooh.
And
Was she cute that day?
Oh yeah.
Especially cute.
One
that
of the
day?
cutest days.
One of the cutest days.
I'll never forget.
You'll never forget.
You,
All
never,
right.
you better not.
So we're doing this, and you guys can see everything's already different. Like we're dressed up. Like I never wear this like tight of a arm length clothing. Like this shirt like buttoned up all the way over here. Like it's very very uncomfortable. But they
You were
told
very,
us to
you were
wear.
very skittish earlier.
I tried, but like they told us to like our producers and like our bosses and like everyone involved in this was telling us dress up nice and like dress up in this fancy shirt. Like they got to a
nicest.
point where they said like you should actually consider wearing a tuxedo, and I was like, please, like we can't wear a tuxedo on a very informal broadcast that we always do, but they want this to be as formal as they can because we have a lot of big announcements to make, and we're finally done with the D countdown that Jeremy's been posting every day on Discord.
Exactly. I'm really sorry if I bothered a lot of you because I usually just post the D-Days starting from D10 until D1, and if you guys check the videos, it's not, the Dark Knight does not stay in the same place. She goes to Singapore, she goes to Sydney, Australia.
Oh, she got around.
Yes.
Oh, very
She
fun.
goes to Thailand.
In
She
times
goes-
like this too,
Yes.
I mean, like you can't ride airplanes nowadays so easily, but like Dark Knight, she got
Dark
around.
Knight's fine.
She,
Yeah.
she got the pass through, like
Yeah.
they let her in, but yeah, she was in a lot of places.
And finally, we just ended the D day yesterday, and today after the maintenance, as you all know, we're gonna have the Dark Knight.
She's done traveling around the world.
Yeah.
She'll come to Velia after today's.
She
maintenance
is
done.
Finally.
returning to mobile.
So with the Dark Knight already kind of already being announced that it's gonna be coming out today, and you guys have been waiting to get the Dark Knight, of course. But in addition to that, to kind of open that gold chest, with the one that will include the last pieces of the
The
Valve's
vault
equipment.
set,
It's
yeah.
been sitting
Valve's
in
equivalents.
my inventory for forever.
Yeah, and it's been there, but now you finally get to open it after the maintenance is over. And speaking of, today will be a 5-hour maintenance. As we know, this is going to be one of the biggest updates we've had so far. We always have big updates when it comes to releasing new characters, and we had that for the Sorceress when she came out. It was a big update then, and today I think it's gonna be even bigger than that.
Oh, way even more bigger.
Really?
By like 3 orders of magnitude.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know what that means. How does that
I think that
calculate?
means like the zeros, so it's like
Uh-huh.
100,000. I don't know.
So 300
just-
times 1,000 times bigger.
If we got to stop there, I'd be smart, and now I'm not anymore.
Oh, such
Yeah.
an honor to be here for such a gigantic update, then, Tim.
Yes.
I have a question, guys, with you. But so we're celebrating our 100th day
Yes.
in Black Desert Mobile. So within those 100 days, what was your favorite moments
Oh, good.
during those? We know started from soft launching, and then we did the global launching,
Yeah.
and here we have the Dark Knight patch. So among those,
I-
what do you think is your favorite?
I joined the company about 1 or 2 weeks into the soft launch. Like soft launch already began when I joined the company, and then I joined about 2 weeks in. Then I remember coming in, and we were very peaceful then, because we were thinking about, man, Black Desert Mobile coming to global and all that. Like everybody just enjoying their time, just like getting off work at 7 p.m. as we always do. Then the official launch came out December, and since that day forward, I don't think I've ever got to leave at 7 p.m.
Oh, nice. You live here now.
You live here now.
Yeah, it's partially I do live here
Good.
now. Yeah.
We did not know that.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to know. And me and Beto, we were all chomping at the bit, like in the local team room, waiting for the game to come out. We're like 5, 4, 3. Yeah, it was very intense in the translation room.
Okay, so yeah. I mean, anything else that wasn't memorable? I mean, Jeremy was asking good questions.
What about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, what about you, Jeremy?
What
You
were
asked
your
a question.
memorable
I'm sure
moments?
You have an answer to it.
It's just my personal opinion, but I think my happiest moment during those is the Sorcerer update.
Sorcerer.
Because I play Sorcerer right now,
Yeah.
and so
That's sweet.
yeah, I kind of like Sorcerer, and a lot of users too do know that Sorcerer. She resembles to one of the actresses out
I have
there.
no idea who you're talking
Oh,
about.
no,
yeah.
What?
Yennefer.
I think Bear genuinely doesn't know.
Oh, he actually doesn't know?
No
he
idea.
doesn't. He doesn't know the reference at all. Have you watched Witcher?
Have you
Oh
watched
yeah.
it? Yeah.
On Netflix,
yeah,
and you still don't know the reference?
I see.
Well, who is it? Who is it?
I cannot say it, right?
We say it every time
Yeah,
we talk on stream.
Yennefer.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yennefer?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look? Doesn't she look kind
She
of?
does look like Yennefer.
Yeah,
Yes.
she does, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so and she's pretty. So I think it was the best time of my 100 days.
Yeah. I think our boss didn't like the fact that we were talking about
like that's
Netflix
what-
shows. So I think we can move on now.
Let's
So-
move on now.
All right.
So, yeah, today is very different in the way that like usually Tim and I are here, right, for the stream, and we just like we don't have separate producers, we don't have a separate director, we don't have a separate someone that tells us like do this, do that.
9
do
times out of 9, that's the case.
that. Yeah, 9 times out of 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time that's usually the case, but today a lot more people are involved because they want this 100-day stream to be a very special one. And episode 19 is where we are right now, and we will be at episode 20 next week. So Velia is rocking, and the game is rocking, and Black Desert Mobile will have the Dark Knight, and a lot of brand new content will be coming in. So you guys can wait for that until we get to the patch notes, and we'll see how excited everyone can be for the upcoming updates. So we have a couple of things that we prepared today, for especially for today's stream. I think the first one we want to get out is it's in the interest with a lot of players out there, and it's to do with what the developers are thinking at the moment. So we always have these sessions where we kind of share the developer's note, the dev note, as a lot of people know it. Every now and then when big updates do come out, and today's one of those days, and the developer, the lead producer, wanted to say a couple of things for how he's seeing the game at the moment, how he plans to kind of make the game a little bit better in the future, and just kind of overlap with what has been going on. So I think we'll go over to the developer's notes and to see exactly what's on his mind at the moment. And I think our OP storyteller, as we know with
Wait,
Tim.
is it official?
No.
Am
You've
I the guy?
pretty much proven yourself that you're
Yeah, we can
pretty
make it
good at
official.
reading stories.
Okay.
So you can read the dev notes to everyone listening, and then we'll see how it is. Yeah, we see ourselves on the screen. So we didn't see ourselves on the screen the whole time. I like it when we see ourselves on this day.
Yeah, right?
There you go. Yeah. So,
Oh.
all right. So it's gonna say dev note, and we're gonna go on to. Oh, you already started. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will not interrupt you from this on. We
Yeah.
can do a little bit of reaction. It's like, oh man, like we can do those kind of stuff. But yeah, for the time, let's see what Tim has to say about the dev notes. All right. There it is.
Hello, adventurers. I am Youngmin Cho, the lead producer of Black Desert Mobile. Just imagine a cooler voice, guys.
Right.
I am writing this developer letter in celebration of the 100th day of service since the launch of Black Desert Mobile. For those who may not know, in Korean culture, the 100th day of an event is an important milestone.
We already said that.
I would like to take this opportunity today to thank our adventurers, look back on the last 100 days of adventures in Black Desert Mobile, discuss more in depth about the Reminisce Championship, and share details about a special update.
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah,
Special
the specialist.
update.
So we did a good job
specialist.
there, just like
Yeah.
hyping that up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Special
right?
update. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm excited.
Oh, so exciting. Black Desert Mobile was first released in English through a soft launch in 7 countries on October 24th, 2019. A demo version of Black Desert Mobile was also presented at Into the Abyss and the TwitchCon event in the US. We considered all the feedback we received and the result of the FGT as we prepared for the game. We also placed a strong focus on the quality of the localization.
Quite good.
Oh, we did.
The localization.
So fun.
Let's get that out of the way before
Like-
we do. Like the quality of the localization from all the language, not just English, but all the languages involved. Like I've played different Korean titles going to another, global series and try to localize that. And the level of localization sometimes ain't there. Like we know that from other developers we've seen. But this game, Black Desert Mobile, localization,
Like,
spot on.
if focus was here, we were like up here.
Oh
level,
my
the
gosh.
level.
He's
'Cause
so
you're-
full of himself.
But you're part of it. You
Oh.
worked
We're
on
the
the
same
English for the
team.
majority of the time, didn't you?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy boss, buddy boss.
Like supporting
No.
languages.
High five.
Yeah, and, like,
It
different
was
languages is
this
different.
good. Like localization was this good. Okay, so
Okay.
that's out of the way. So we all know that. We all know that. Okay.
Amazing localization.
Thank
Yes.
you. Shall I continue?
Yes.
Okay, sure,
Okay.
sure.
The global version of Black Desert Mobile officially launched in 150 countries and finally answered the call of the countless hashtag global WEN tags on December 11th, 2019.
We did.
Last Thursday, March 19th, marked the 100th day of service since its launch. Dun, dun, dun. During the past 3 months, we have developed and released a total of 16 pieces of content, both small and large alike. These include the new class Sorceress, Ascension, Relics, and Lightstone content, and the event dungeon, among others. After the official launch, we've received positive messages and feedback in various languages, which has been a boon to the development team. We were touched by the feedback and the sheer number of adventurers that have enjoyed playing our game. We were able to improve and enhance the gameplay experience thanks to the feedback and support from our adventurers. And I think you guys are going to see even today that a lot of the feedback that you've given me and Joel during these streams,
Yes.
even now, it's still going to be reflected in
Yes,
the
yes.
changes and the updates that they're providing to the game. So thank you guys for helping making the game as good as it can be.
Yes.
Would anyone else like to comment? Or should I continue?
No, but you said all the right things. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
After the official launch, we have received positive messages and feedback in various languages. Oh, wait, I already said that,
you
didn't I?
already said-
Oh, I was so excited.
No, we are especially.
We are especially thankful for the constructive feedback we have received from our adventurers. Thanks to this, some of what we have accomplished includes a removal of graphic option limits,
Max graphics win.
suggestion to add heal skills.
Heal win.
Yeah, sorcerer heal when.
Yeah.
Addition of the option to install the game on external storage, change node war times, and the addition of free Black Pearl pets.
Yeah.
Oh.
all
Okay.
from them.
Yeah. I mean.
And
free-
many, many more.
Yes.
Oh.
Those 5 aren't the limitations of what we did so far for
no,
the
the
game.
scope is magnanimous.
Goodness, yeah. I guess we can go to the next page. Just like see exactly what. ideas
Yes. Okay, I'm ready
Right.
now.
Okay.
We also added a feature for the global version where silver could be used to purchase Black Pearls, allowing adventurers to enjoy even more content in the game. This is the first time we've implemented such a feature, though we believe it has greatly improved gameplay, evidenced by a notable increase in activity in the market.
This is true. As so many people think that the Black Pearl chest actually doesn't even exist in the game.
I think
If
it
you-
sells so
It
fast.
sells so fast. Like the moment people create it, like I need silver, so I'm willing to sell it. I'm willing to sacrifice my 110 Black Pearls to make it to sell in the market. It's gone in a second.
Oh, not even.
Not even.
Not even.
Millisecond.
Like the fact that you can't even reserve it and
Oh.
people still get it within a couple of milliseconds of count.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive. It's very popular.
It's a feat.
Yeah.
Okay, second paragraph, yes?
Yeah,
I
you're
did it
correct.
this time. I
Yes.
did great. By assessing feedback from adventurers, we were able to improve various aspects of gameplay. We will continue to closely listen to the community and do our best to provide the best gameplay experience possible. Teardrop.
That's good.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
all.
this is my
No, not
favorite.
yet. Not yet.
Oh.
And more about the Reminisce Championship.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I was done. Beginning in mid-February, the first Ramenes Championship continued for 6 weeks. The championship kicked off with a round of 64 and concluded with the finals via live stream last week.
I was there.
Were you there?
I was there.
Was it amazing?
I was it.
Oh.
I was it.
Your heart
Like,
was touched?
No. Like, I was in the thing. So, like, yeah, I really liked it. That was a long way to say it.
I'm
really
happy for you,
liked it.
man.
Thanks, Tim.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, it was more difficult than we thought to carry out, as it was the first time we held a championship in 3 regions. However, we were grateful for the support of our many adventurers. We are also considering the importance of PvP and will continue to improve and develop PvE content. We are
PvP content.
PvP.
You said PvE.
PvP.
PvP content. Yes.
PvP.
No, like I was about to drink my water.
Sorry.
Right? And I was like, oh, he said PvE. It's like, no, it's
I'm
PvE.
announcing-
water everywhere.
Yeah.
announcing
It's like, but it was that
things.
surprising. It was that. Okay.
We are also considering the importance of PvP and will continue to improve and develop PvP content.
Thank you,
Oh
Tim.
my god.
We are
Thank
planning
you
to
for that.
hold a second or third championship in the future, so be sure to keep your PvP skills sharp.
Yes. I really want more tournaments to come in the future. We did our first one, and I thought it was really nice. It looked really nice, and like the first one we did was based off CP, right? So what I'm personally hoping for, I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's just my personal opinion, but like, what if we could have a base CP Ramenes tournament?
Oh, where everything's leveled.
Like
Right.
it's literally the winners are decided based on your finger dexterity, your
Oh.
actual
Oh.
reacting
Basically your
skills,
skills.
and you're strategizing and understanding the terrain of field.
More skill-based combat.
More skill-based actual tournament. That's hoping. That's my personal hope. I don't know if it's gonna happen though.
I do
Oh.
believe the
Mm.
same thing.
Oh.
I think it should
That would
be
be
based
really
on
fun.
skills, not on the CP.
Oh.
But
I
I
hope
don't
they
know.
consider.
I don't know. I hope they
consider.
consider, but
I
yeah.
really do.
Just match the CP and I'll show team no mercy.
Like you can.
He's too
What
strong
have I
right
done
now.
to you?
like,
I mean, just in the arena, man.
Okay,
just
in
like
general.
For the fun.
Just
Yeah.
like other ones, like you can just pick. Like I want to pick a Dark Knight for today's match. Like you can have the choice to do that, and then you can form compositions.
Oh, like you
Like-
automatically can select
yeah,
a
and
character
just
or
having like
class
a
of yours.
mastery of
Okay.
all the classes, like and forming like composition around different classes. That would be really cool.
And it'll be like
Yeah.
teams that come with like strange and like a very effective
exactly,
combinations.
yeah.
Like 2 sorcerers and a giant in
Yeah.
the front.
Okay.
We've actually
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
We've actually had that. It's,
Oh, really?
It's quite good. Yeah.
Oh.
But
Okay.
yeah. I really want that. I wish that happens in the future. So I hope the devs are listening. I mean, we're supposed to be the ones talking to the devs, but I really hope the devs.
Like,
are
guys,
listening.
I'm really happy you like to have conversations, but the next slide says announcement of a special update.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
okay,
that
okay.
this was the biggest part, right?
Yes, yeah.
They
And
like special
The
updates.
users
Uh-huh.
are waiting for this.
I can't.
So-
I wonder what chat's saying right now. We can't read chat right now.
I
'cause We
know.
have the screen in front of us.
Sorry,
All
guys.
right, it's completely my fault, but I just really wanted a good tournament.
Announcement of a special
All
update.
right, let's go on to it.
We have added the most popular class in the Black Desert IP, the Dark Knight,
Oh.
in today's update. We hope you enjoy playing the Dark Knight. We are also excited to announce that Portuguese
Yes.
has been added
yes,
in today's
better.
update.
Better.
Beru.
É comigo
Better,
mesmo.
better.
Tamo
Oh,
dentro, tamo
better,
chegando.
better.
Yes.
Olá, aventureiros.
Jeremy tried.
Aventureiros.
Aventureiros.
That's
so
Olá,
hard.
This is so hard.
aventureiros. I'm trying my best.
Aventureiros.
Like in Portuguese is so hard, dude. Like I speak a little bit Spanish, but Portuguese is so hard.
Better was trying to
That's
teach
why
him
his
before we went
pronunciation
on.
is
Fala,
pretty good.
galera.
Fala, galera.
Fala,
Fala
galera.
galera. Fala
Fala, galera.
What does that
galera.
mean? What does fala
It's like,
galera?
what's up,
What's
guys?
up, guys?
Oh, it's really fala. Es que pasas. It's really que pasas in Spanish, right? Just fala galera.
Don't talk about Spanish.
Yeah, but today's not the day of Spanish, man.
We
Yeah,
already
it's
have
not about.
Spanish.
Okay, so
Today's
today's
about
about
Portuguese,
Portuguese. Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna highlight Portuguese.
Those
today.
guys are having fun for a while.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Okay,
our time
it's
now.
your time
Yeah.
now. Goodness.
Ahora no,
Okay, yeah.
it's
Pedro's
like-
on. Pedro's on. He's on.
I'm on.
Okay.
Oh,
And here we
I
go.
mean, he's on.
He's on now.
Oh,
He's
I'm
been
very
on. He's been
on.
on. Like,
I have
he's
been
been on.
waiting to continue to be on.
Okay.
Because of the large number of quests and NPCs, it took longer than we expected to prepare. In addition, adventurers will be able to participate in the many epic events that we've prepared. We hope you continue to enjoy playing Black Desert Mobile. We will continue to diligently listen to the community. If there is anything you would like to share, please feel free to leave your feedback on our official forum or SNS or this stream right here. That was added. It didn't say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much spoken for him.
Yeah.
For our lead producer.
I'm very sorry.
No,
But
it's okay.
I think that's
I
what-
think he would have said the same thing
Yeah.
if he had another chance.
Yeah.
Like if he had another opportunity to rewrite this whole thing,
Mhm.
he would have added that extra column.
in his
where
heart
it
of
says,
hearts, he
yeah,
wanted.
and the string. Like
he
he
wanted
would
to
have
talk
added
about-
that part like to his heart. Like
Yeah.
he would have done that.
Mhm.
So no harm done.
Is it?
No,
Is
I
that
don't think
the-
it's done.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
wow. Gosh.
God, I'm even being surprised by
Goodness.
this.
Not yet. Okay.
We would like to thank our adventurers once again for your support. We will do our best to provide the best gameplay experience possible.
I don't think he cried when he said that, but yeah.
Black Desert Mobile lead producer Youngmin Cho.
Okay, good.
Oh.
All right,
And
so
scene.
Good job,
so
for
Mr.
that.
Youngmin Cho, is that a spell name correctly? I thought it was Yong, but
It must be.
oh, it must be. Like if he said it, then he says it. Oh yeah, so now we're getting the chat back on, and now we're seeing a little bit of mention about the some of the things that kind of went a little bit south of what we kind of intended initially with the Ravenous tournament. That when we gave out like free coupons, right? When we gave out free coupons, and you could type all 3 of them in, and then it becomes like 900 free Black Pros. So what people did, some people did, not everybody, but
Not everybody.
what some people did was use those 900 Black Pros, and they fed that into one account by making multiple new accounts, typing all those codes in, then getting 900 free Black Pros as level 1 character,
Gasp.
then using the market to persuade it in their own way.
Ghost buying. Yeah.
And then feed all those 900 Black Pros
Double
from
gasp.
every character.
Triple
and then
gasp.
It, then it
even.
like just builds up into like mountainous amount. So as you guys would know, that is against the operational policy, and we're already taking some actions on it, and you'll see after the maintenance we'll put a notice up regarding those users who did take that route, unfortunately. And for now, I think we're still on the phase of completing these actions, just course of actions that we'll complete later on. But for now, you already see the actions being implemented regarding these issues that we had over the weekend. This really did happen very much over the weekend, and you guys will see some actions being taken on it. And if you didn't do it, thank you very much. Thank you for not taking the tempting route of doing something that's not something that you're not supposed to do. But at the same time, you'll know that the people that did unfortunately take that route will find that what they did is not going to turn out to be a good result in the end.
Indeed.
Yes. Okay. So that's hopefully out of the way. Yeah, we're looking at some chats. So before we move on to the next phase, we'll just not really do a Q&A, but just to kind of see what chat's thinking, like what they're thinking at the moment. Then
We're checking the hearts.
We're checking the mind and the heart, and then we'll see what kind of in their minds that we need to address just a little bit. Nerf Paladin, that's a
Buff Paladin, buff Titan.
Definitely we don't want to buff Paladin, but Nerf Paladin will mention something regarding that hopefully in the future. But I don't have anything right now regarding this, but. I guess that's it. I guess we can move on to the next one. We don't have like this like
that was
big
satisfactory.
issue. Yeah, like the chat is at a moderate temperature level. Like if you look at temperature, you put a thermometer on chat right now. It's like right at like 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
So not a fever.
No, 80 degrees Fahrenheit is it's calm. It's fine. Like we're okay with that.
Oh, that means they're hypothermic.
They're probably like still cooling down after like team's performance. You know.
Yeah,
it's pretty
Is
awesome.
They're just trying to absorb that developer's note.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah, they just
The
like take
special
it in, right?
updates and the Portuguese update.
Okay, so I think we're good with chat right now. If you guys have something like, if you tell us what's up, then we'll address it. But so far, it seems like nothing big is up. So I think we can move.
they're chill.
They're pretty chill, right?
They're
80
chill.
degrees Fahrenheit. Like,
Oh.
and for the Celsius people out there, I guess
30-ish.
30-ish. It's a calm temperature. It's
Yeah.
a fine temperature. It's a good day to be outside. Just letting you know.
30-ish.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go on to we got done with the dev notes, and they want us to show. We're going to show you everyone that's watching the stream today a lot of the important numbers, a lot of big things that have happened throughout 100 days.
Wow.
100 days. A lot of things has happened, supposedly. And we're about to address it to you guys to see exactly what we have accomplished for the timing. And it's going to be labeled as infographics. As labeled on it. Like if you see the screen right there, it's like right there. It's like it says infographic.
I almost wanted to read it.
Yeah,
I'm used to reading things now.
Yeah. So, Tim, you don't have to read all of it, but if you can read, if you can read some things that you would like, that would be fine.
Do I get to randomly pick which things I do and don't
Yeah,
read?
just tell me in advance.
100.
No, you didn't tell me in advance. This is literally the opposite of what I just told you. Like, just at least tell me in advance that you're gonna read something. Then now I was like, ooh, yeah.
He's literally like reading everything that goes on screen.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of addicted to reading.
Yeah.
Like, you're,
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Just something about having eyes.
It's like a
Okay.
dictation robot.
Maybe you
Something
can
like
make a
that.
guess because it's going to be numbers, right? Do
Yeah.
we have to guess the numbers later?
I guess
don't know.
before it comes up.
Okay.
4.723 million.
This infographic, this infographic is about just 100 days of being in service for 100 days. It's quite a significant thing in the Korean culture, and hard to believe that this is still a Korean company. You guys, a lot of you guys might be like completely shocked by that. Like even though we got like Jeremy here, we got Tim here, we got Beru here, and like me that doesn't speak any Korean supposedly, but like we got all four of us here, and it seems like a lot of people believe that this might be a very global company, but we're in Korea at the moment. All four of us, like we're working for a Korean
International
company.
tastically in Korea.
Yeah, we have globified. We have glorified it in multiple ways.
That is suitable.
But at the same time, we want to celebrate the 100 days because of that significance and stuff. So we'll look at what Black Desert Mobile has accomplished in a matter of 100 days.
So
and the first category, it's going to be regarding silvers.
Is it by server?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's about first. We have to go there, go to the next slide
so
to see exactly
how
what
much
it is.
silver has been collected in the game.
In the game,
like in general?
You guys are asking me, but I'm looking at this for the first time.
Okay,
too,
I'm
so
gonna say.
Can we move on to the next slide to see what the first
What
one
number
is?
comes
got it
after?
All right, so
Hold on.
total.
One, two,
total amount
three.
of silver
I think that's
collected.
trillion. I think it's trillion.
Is that trillion?
Asia
Yeah.
should be able to get
Billion, yeah,
it's
that's trillion.
It's trillion.
Oh my gosh.
Total amount of silver collected. So this is through hunting. This is through events and just getting a lot of free push rewards.
Any silver that's been generated in the
Like
game.
you have to kill a lot of things to get this much silver.
Indeed.
So over the course of 100 days, a lot of things has been killed. That's one thing we know.
116 trillion worth of things.
Yeah, silver worth amount of things has been killed.
I'm not good at big numbers.
That
I'm
is a
still
big
trying
number.
to
And
figure out.
I kind of agree with you. That's a big number. It's a trillion.
And I'm not surprised that Asia's number one.
Asia has a lots of players.
And we have the best grinders.
They grind quite a bit. And we'll get to that a little bit with another infographic. But just for the amount of silver that's been collected, 47,684,132,473,092 silver collected.
I almost hit it.
Collected
guessed
by
the
the Europe server as a whole. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but 116 trillion, 29 trillion collected by Asia and America, respectively.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of trillions.
Team, you're losing, man.
A lot. Me specifically.
Yeah,
You're losing. 29 trillion compared to 116 trillion.
I mean,
that is a lot of silver.
I contribute at least like a percent.
How many Zarka weapons is that? That's like.
How many silvers do you have?
Like right now?
Yeah.
I spent a lot actually recently because I got 2 orange gear like off of the market. Like I was really lucky. I spotted it and just bought it right away. But even with that, I have like 140 million.
That's around. I'm like 170 or so right now.
140 million.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot, and that's where I am.
You have 140 million?
140 million, yeah, about. I think the last I checked.
I have 60 million, and I thought I was rocking.
Now that you just said that, don't look at chat. They're gonna say a lot of things about you and your 60 million silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people know I represent the best server in the entire Black Desert Mobile, which is Balenos in the EU. You guys can argue against me about that, but yes, I think a lot of people. I'm seeing a little bit of chat at the moment, and that 116 trillion, right? We saw in Asia. The contrary to like the popular belief, conventional wisdom says that BBDR has 50% of that silver. Would you guys agree on that?
I'm gonna check it later.
Yeah, you can. Like people are
Jeremy's gonna figure that out.
The guy has superpowers, man.
He's terrifying.
This is good. Like, the producer just went like genius Einstein mode, and he like I'll show you right here. He put the screen that we need to see on this side of the screen. Then he put the chat like right here.
It's intense.
That's genius.
We can see everything.
We can see everything.
We
all
can
the
see
time.
everything, but that's what we always wonder, right?
Yeah.
Goodness, this is genius.
Well, before we go to the next infographic, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah, say one thing.
Say it in Portuguese.
If Asia relax a bit, from today, we have the Brazilians in the race, man.
Oh, do you think Brazil is gonna actually go?
Now America has the Brazilians. We're together.
They've always had the Brazilians. Like, they just
I
didn't have the
know.
Portuguese in it. You think they're gonna get stronger just because you added
By,
the
like,
Portuguese?
He
Overnight.
doesn't understand the
Overnight.
power of Portuguese.
Oh
Yeah,
Joe.
my
yeah. Overnight.
All right.
He's told me a lot about the power of Portuguese.
Really?
gaming.
How long
Yeah.
has he lectured you on that? for
I know.
many
I know
days?
quite a bit now, and I know everyone else is in deep trouble.
Oh, they're in deep trouble for
Yeah.
what reason? I still can't imagine. Like,
Like,
what's the deep
Even though
trouble?
he can understand it, he's
Uh-huh.
already excited.
Oh goodness.
Imagine for the people who can understand.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there's already we got
Right.
some Brazil flags up in chat.
Let's
So
go!
If you guys are excited about Portuguese coming into Black Desert Mobile, can you guys spam the Brazil flag and maybe go with Brazil #1 and stuff like that?
Oh,
Something-
give Beru some energy.
yeah, I think I like.
Where is it? There.
One.
This
Two,
is
Brazil.
Yeah, see, he sees 2 right now. Like
One.
this is Bear's food for nutrition.
One
Like
flag.
having the spam of the Brazilian flag. That really heals Beru from all the hard
Yes.
work. There's a Czech Republic flag that randomly appeared on chat. Colombian doesn't speak Portuguese, I believe.
Oh, your flag knowledge is impressive.
I was good at geography.
Oh, bring it on all the flags.
Yeah,
it's
bring
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Albania #1 suddenly. Okay.
Brazil. Okay.
Brazil.
So
More
yeah,
flags. There's more.
Yeah, there's a lot. So I think a lot of Brazilians should be very happy today, and we'll rejoice on that fact today. In addition to a lot of things. So yeah. Okay, so I think we
I
can go
guess
to the
we're
next
ready
next
to- yeah.
infographic.
I believe the next one is class population.
All right, what?
I'm
what-
gonna make a guess.
Okay, what is it?
Asia.
Asia.
No, the
But
class.
I don't know. We don't even know what the category is.
Not even the
What is
country.
like 2 words just came out of Tim's mouth. He said class population. I don't know what that
What
means.
what I mean by that is that still class population overall will go
You just,
to Asia.
you're like one of those guys that like when you take the SAT, like you just put C for all the answers.
It's like Asia, Asia, Asia,
for
Asia.
all the answers. From
How many
number 1
how
to
many
20,
characters
50.
do you think each user has? Asia.
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 What's your
Definitely.
mom's name?
De-
Asia.
Definitely
Yeah.
Asia.
Definitely
Okay, come
Asia.
on.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be like the percentage of users that use a certain class,
I think it's
or
just
like
a class.
or like how many.
I think it's how many people have been using each class.
Okay.
So which ones you guys? Which one you guys
let
think
me,
is
let
gonna
me
be
take
the
a
winner?
guess. Ranger, I think.
Ranger.
Well, I played the
I just
Ranger,
think
so that
Ranger.
already makes it like
I'm a
really
sorcerer.
popular.
Well, I think it's Ranger.
I play
Yeah.
Witch.
But I
Witch.
know that witches are really popular too. Like witches are super popular. That's why all the
Buff
comments about
Archmage.
buff Archmage, save Archmage,
Yeah.
Archmage's dead.
Justice for Archmage.
Justice for Archmage.
Thank you.
We see a lot of creative memes out there for Archmage nowadays because so many people have the witches, but it's not where it should be, and that's completely agreeable.
It's rough life, man.
It's rough life that we have at the moment.
How about Beru?
Sorcerers are not popular. I'm playing
Sorcerers
sorcerers recently.
It's
like,
a very
Sorcerers is not that
newly
popular.
released character, so I don't think it will be on the top.
It's
but
not the most popular, I believe.
but then probably a lot of people made one. At least
yeah,
to check
the
it
users
out.
are all there.
I made it just to get to level 50. I
Oh,
made it just to get
come
to level
on.
50 and
It's
get that
despicable.
reward.
I made it to get to
Despicable.
level 50, but then I was playing. I was like, oh, sorry, giant.
Oh, you betrayed the giant.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, let's put up the graphic and see
Here
exactly what
we
it is. So
go.
class
Oh.
population.
Ranger, Witch.
So Jeremy, your
Ah.
answer was wrong. It's not Asia. So
It's almost
Asia's
there.
not the answer to all. That's kind of where we're at. But yes. It's actually 21% on Ranger.
See, I was right. Ranger. 20%.
Yeah, but I'm very surprised
That's
that
very
Valkyrie's
close.
there.
Very
Valkyrie's at
close.
20% though. Valkyrie's only 1% away, so Witch is very popular as we already noticed, and Sorceress is the least popular at 9%, 11% on Giant. A lot of
Like
people-
the
rough,
two
man.
class, the only two classes that I've mentioned. How can it be?
Giant.
you know, but if you
Sorceress.
put Giant and the Sorceress together, it becomes 20%.
But now that
Oh yeah.
So
but now
you
that we have
become even.
Brazil playing,
I don't feel that unique anymore.
Wait, what classes do Brazilians like typically? Like what
Giants
what
and
do we
sorceresses.
what do we
Warrior?
see like a big
No.
increase incoming
warrior.
for because we
Uh,
had a Portuguese today?
I believe we're gonna get some witches.
Witches?
Yeah.
That's gonna make witches only even
And
more
then witches
popular.
are pretty cool. Rangers. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I want to know the opinion of people in chat.
Yeah.
Pessoal, que clássico vocês vão jogar aí? Fala aí pra gente.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
Correct.
I know.
Yes.
So
We were just talking about
the
this.
problem is like you asked the question in Portuguese, right? Vero?
Not a thing.
Yeah, and on
Ye-
purpose. Like,
But like we would not understand the answers though, because they would respond in Portuguese.
I mean, they don't know how the classes are gonna be
That
called
one.
in Portuguese.
one.
that
Yeah.
one. That one.
that
That
one,
one.
that
That
one,
one.
that
That
one.
one.
Is that good? Is that a bad
Yeah.
thing?
That's not Portuguese.
Oh.
That's not
Okay.
Portuguese. We just take every word, and every word that is not English is just automatically Portuguese.
Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger baby.
Somebody said that, of course, Ranger.
Yeah, Sork at 9%.
Ranger.
I wonder how Ranger would
See,
be called in the
Guerreiro.
Portuguese
Guerreiro, which
version.
means warrior, right? Guerreiro.
Guerreiro.
You hit him. Yeah, that's right.
Oh man,
Uh,
that was way off.
That
How do you know
pronunciation
that?
was good.
How do you know that though?
It was good.
Guerreiro.
How did you know that
It's
though?
similar to
Guerreiro.
Spanish.
Is this similar to
Yeah.
Spanish? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
so
job.
yeah,
Let's
we
see if we
see
have more.
that Sorceress needs some love right now.
Valkyries too. We're also gonna have
Yeah.
Valkyries.
We just need some love right now. We need some people to create some Sorceress to raise that percentage. At least get it to 2 digits. Hopefully, very very soon.
Oh, the 2-digit percentages.
Yeah, 2-digit percentages.
At least a dozen.
Yeah, at
would
least
be
a
good.
dozen, yeah. All right, so we can go on to the next graphics, and I heard it's gonna be about pets. I wonder
Down
what
from
it
the
could be.
Asian.
grapevine.
I'm kidding. No.
Yeah, like, we don't have an Asian pet.
Probably cat. I would say cat.
Uh,
I'm gonna guess.
That's so boring.
The hawk.
so we're predicting
sparrow.
what's gonna be the most popular. There it is. Well, the top 5 owned
Owned and adored.
and
And
adored.
adored.
So it can't be just
Oh,
owned.
that's
it can't be
the-
just
yeah,
owned.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to have the owned and adored.
There is a
So-
separate metric for
We-
adoration.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the top 5, right? One by
yeah,
one.
well, number
first.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I we're gonna in this
Are we
order,
drum
but
rolling?
we don't have drums.
Which one you think is the 5th team?
That's really hard to predict.
Okay, the brown guide hawk.
Oh, okay.
You're looking at it.
Well, I'm
Everybody's
the
looking at it.
announcer.
Yeah. Okay. So number
Okay.
5.
In 4th place.
We have.
I think we might have to hide our camera. There you go. What's number 4? The
Oh,
Skyhawk.
the Skyhawk.
Skyhawk.
I really like the Skyhawk.
They're both hawks. So
Mm.
I guess a lot of people like hawks
Cat
supposedly.
number 1. Cat.
I
All right,
think
no,
They like flying things.
probably the black cat now.
Black cat number 3. you think?
Third
Just a
What is
tabby
it?
cat. Tabby
What do we
cat.
got
The
number
thing
3?
black cat probably.
Oh,
Oh,
the crow.
Oh, I like.
Oh,
Land animals are not.
this is kind of sad. You know why?
land animals. Are
No,
not
this is
doing
kind of
well.
sad. This is kind of sad because Sorceress was the least popular class, but the pet that was introduced with the Sorceress, which was the crow, is the
Got
third most
third.
popular pet.
Good job, crow.
Wow.
I have 2 crows.
Yeah.
And they fly around me because I'm a sorcerer. You know, I
Oh,
kind of
nice.
summon them.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And then I have like a cat too because sorcerers they like cats, like
They-
witches and stuff.
That
Yeah,
isn't-
so you're
yeah.
keeping with the
Oh,
theme.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
very
I have a
canon.
theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even if I get a higher rank, I'm not gonna change it.
And I got 4 tier 4 crows off of
I
the
only have 2.
hammer event
A
a
tier?
long time ago. I got 4.
I only
of
have
them.
1 tier 4.
1 tier
Okay.
4. But
I was very
it's really
unlucky during
nice.
the hammer blocky hitty event.
So before we move on to number 2 and number 1, can you guys guess what number 2 and number 1 is? A lot of people are saying Snowman
Ooh,
number
dragon.
1.
I agree with dragon.
Dragon.
Dragon should be number 2.
There's no
I don't
dragon.
think so.
That'll be a nice pet
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
a dragon.
I
could
would
put
get
I want
it.
a dragon too.
Dragon's my favorite animal.
What do you
Okay,
guys
okay.
think? What do you guys think is number 2 and number 1? What's number 1? Like, people see Black Cat is number 1. Wolf is number 2.
Overwhelmingly
Oh,
black
hold
cat
on.
for number
All
1.
right.
I know which one's number 1.
I think I know too,
I
but the
think
Black
cat.
Cat number
I'm gonna go
1.
for a cat.
Puppy
Just
number
tabby cat.
1.
The number 2,
What do you think it is?
or the black cat or the brown cat. I can't decide.
Wait,
I like
it's
the-
not.
but
It's not
definitely
the black.
cats.
But they're both cats.
Yeah, they're both cats.
So like, if the brown cat is number 2, for example, like Black Cat automatically becomes number 1 for you.
No,
Where does the dog go? Where does this puppy? The dog go?
you already answered your
Oh, it's probably
question.
7th.
Oh.
Should we check second place?
All right, let's check second
Second
place.
place.
Check it out.
Second
What's
place.
number
Oh,
two?
skinny
The skinny
black
black cat. So
cat.
the brown cat is not number 2. It's
or the
actually
medium weight.
Is it a dog then? The number 1? No.
There's no medium weight cat, Tim.
Like, the dog is pretty cute.
The doggo is pretty good.
I think you cannot beat the dog.
I wonder if a lot of people see the kind of the pattern that's going on. Snowman number 1, Husky number 1, Black Cat number 1. That's not true because the Black Cat just
Ooh,
appeared.
Joel Pet.
The Joel Pet doesn't exist in the game. Thank
think it
goodness it,
does.
doesn't
Oh,
exist.
Chopat.
Gossfy number 1. I don't think a lot of people have Gossy because it was
Gossfies
a
are
limited edition.
adorable.
It was limited
It's a limited
edition.
pet.
Gossies
Yeah,
are
it was
adorable.
during the Halloween. I have one at mine's at tier 3 at the moment.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah,
fancy.
but still, I know that a lot of people don't have it, even though they want it. It's not very much available. So,
Ready?
who do you think is number 1?
Ready?
Snowman number 1, Puppy
Uh-huh,
number 1,
uh-huh,
Wolf number
uh-huh.
1. What is it? What is it?
Pac-Man, baby.
All right, what is number 1?
Oh,
This is the doggo.
doggo.
I told ya.
Puppo, you are the number 1.
What a
And
5 million.
this is the
5
total
million
number,
pets.
total number of all the pets that are owned in the world of Black Desert Mobile. All servers combined. 5 million.
5 million is
pets.
impressive, but compared to 100 trillion,
Silver.
people need to step up their pet game.
I know, but 5. You can only hold 3 pets, but you can hold unlimited silver.
But you can exchange like
for no reason. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5,060,392 pets. That's the total amount of pets that are owned in the entire world of Black Desert Mobile. Okay.
You can make a zoo out of it.
a
Yeah.
tiny zoo,
Yeah.
a tiny
tiny zoo.
Yeah, with 5
Yeah,
million.
That's a lot of animals, though. That's a lot of animals. Okay. I guess we can go on to the next slide. If the producer can tell us like kind of a preview of
Give
what
us a hint. Give us a hint.
Oh, next one is about our favorite guy in the entire Black Desert Mobile.
Oh no.
Beloved, the most beloved.
The most beloved.
Can I give a hint?
Guy.
I mean, he's kind of he's very golden. He's a golden type of person. He's very lovable.
Oh, someone.
You know,
someone
you
got
can,
the
you
right
can
answer.
only become.
Oh, Tim.
You can become so lovable when there's the other side of that spectrum with a lot of hate that's going on. It's really bipolar that way, but yeah, it's gonna be about Shakatu. It's gonna be about Shakatu, and we're gonna see what the first slide is going to be.
He's a very.
I don't like that.
Everybody loves Shakatu.
He's a very fella type goblin.
All right.
Oh.
Increase in Shakatu's wealth by the ancient gold coins. That's just really funny. I wonder who did the infographic. That's
So
really funny.
thank you for everyone's donation.
So Shakatu is really rich now because of all the ancient gold coins that you guys spent. The Asia region in itself spent 8 billion ancient gold coins. So
more than Europe and America combined.
Well, yes. And if you saw, like when you go to Shakatu gold coins, when you go to that shop, you can see that the whole room is filling up with like ancient gold coins.
Gold coins, yeah.
That's like his closet. Like when it comes to like how much ancient gold coins actually he has. Wow, that's a lot of ancient gold coins that he has. I wonder what he can spend it on, since he kind of owns the place.
New shoes, probably.
New shoes with 8 trillion ancient gold coins.
So many shoes.
My goodness. Oh wow.
He took all my coins, but he didn't give me any oranges yet.
Not yet. I got 1 orange off.
Yeah,
I got 2 oranges. You got 2 oranges.
The 2 from last week.
You told me.
I hear that every day. I arrive at work and Tim's like, "Oh, I just got 2 weapons," and I'm like,
He was behind me when I got the liver too. I'm like, "Hey, better look what I just got."
And then I go to the bathroom and then someone's like, "Oh, I just got a helmet."
By how many coins though?
And then
did you guys buy the special deal last weekend? It
The
was
hot deal?
70,000.
I did.
70,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and I got nothing off of it.
Of course,
And
I bought that
nothing off
deal.
of it. I got nothing off of it.
I got nothing too.
I didn't buy it, and I still got my oranges.
Jeremy, you got something off of it, right?
I got 2 oranges. That's all.
Yeah.
But I haven't spent the rest of it because I just
hanging on for Dark.
yeah
for Dark
for
Knight.
Dark Knight.
I see. Yeah.
I guess I should use that for Dark Knight too. But
Well,
goodness.
yeah.
But yeah, Shakatu was rich before.
And now
He
he's
is-
stupid rich.
He's busted.
Yeah,
like
busted
he-
rich, like busting at the seams.
Like his pockets blew up
Ah.
because like it busted. Like he has a lot of currency in his bag right now, and he doesn't know where to spend with it. Typical kind of rich people kind of things they think about, like what should I use my money for? They don't know.
I don't know what rich people think about Shakadu's wealth and what his wealth they would do with it.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
All right. So that's the first one. So increasing Shakatu's wealth by ancient gold coins spent by every user. So 8 trillion from Asia, 4 trillion from Europe, and 2.5 trillion from America. A lot of things has been used to get Shakatu a little bit richer. And I think we have one more slide on Shakatu. And
There you go.
you know, he loves getting richer. He loves getting richer. But at the same time, he hates it when he has to actually give away good items.
It makes him very sad.
It makes him very sad because his point was to give away as least good items as possible for him to get richer. It's like an unfair trade that he always likes to have, but sometimes people get the better off of it. All right, so let's see how many good things actually that Shakatu gave away. So charity-wise, what
has he actually provided the users?
Yes.
What has he actually done
many
for the
hours
world
did
that
he
got him
provide?
so
Yeah.
good? All right, next slide.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, number of epic items, so yellow items that has slipped Shakatu's grasp. So he actually gave away over 5 million yellow items over to the users in Asia. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of items.
More than a few.
More than a few.
More than
Europe-
you can hold.
Yeah, Europe 2.4 and America 1.5 million. And yeah, some people saying buff Jeremy in chat.
Wait.
I don't.
But someone said I resemble to Shaka. I'm not Shakadu.
Like you're Shakatu now.
Oh, some people say that.
You're our Shikado because we're scared of you.
I'm not gonna give you orange tonight.
That's
I'm
not
gonna give you-
nice.
Yeah,
Disconnect that.
Imagine if you give him a crown.
Because I was actually thinking of pulling today because the Dynamo come out and I have like 30,000 stored up. So I was thinking of actually spending it today.
Oh,
so
I'm spending everything I have.
Can I have Jeremy's blessings? Can I
Yeah.
have
Give
Jeremy's
consideration.
Like I did that last time. Like after Jeremy pulled those 2 oranges last time, and I was like, Jeremy, you just pulled 2 oranges with like what, 10,000 ancient gold coins at the
10,000,
time?
yeah, 10,000.
And I was like, dude, you need to pull my coins. I had like 14,000 at the time, like more than he did. He did this like special tactic of like drawing 1 at a time, like 5 times. Then he went out of the menu,
Can't tell.
came back in, drew
I don't wanna do
10, then went back out, then drew like 3 more, like 1 by 1.
Is there math behind this?
No.
So the conclusion of that is I got no orange out of my 14,000 coins.
I mean,
so.
whatever he did worked better than what you did.
I know, like he must have done something differently at the time. Like, 'cause,
but that never works, Joe.
the trick never worked.
No.
I wonder if anybody has actually tricks that actually works towards Shakatu giving you better items. I know some people do the crazy things, like they pull 10, right? They pull 10. Then like if they get like 2 greens, that's the calculation. If they get 2 greens off of that 10 draw, they go to the bathroom.
Of course.
And
of course.
and they spend about approximately 3 minutes in the bathroom, come back out.
Do you know a human who did this?
I've seen this. And he did this, and he did this 10 draw more, and he supposedly got the yellow. But I don't think I would work that hard for a yellow.
So it's like GPS related or
Some
something.
adventures would even base what Shakatu says. Because every time you click the Shakatu shop, it says
it says a different line. It says a different line. So you're waiting for that.
Very good
specific
line.
Never known about
right?
this
Some
before.
do that. I don't know if it works. It doesn't work for me.
It's a lot of rumors out there to see what the secret strategy is. But anyways, that's the amount of yellow items that he's given away. But to orange items, 220,000 orange items were actually given away by Shakatu. That seems like a lot. This number, I mean, is supposedly true, but that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Relative to the number of users, we'll see.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of Shakatu gold coins to get there, but
Yes.
220,000 in Asia alone. So America is the only one that couldn't reach 6 digits with the orange items that were given.
Sorry, America.
So if you're in America and you're wondering why you didn't get the orange, you're just kind of in the unluckiest server, I guess. You're just kind of in the unluckiest region. If you want orange gear, I guess you just come to Asia. Is that how it works, Jeremy?
But we have Brazil
You're
now.
very welcome
Yes.
to Asia.
Also,
Well,
the
let's
Brazil
wait,
will
yeah.
kind of rank that
Like
up a little
double,
bit.
probably double the number.
Yeah,
The
nice.
Brazilians are probably gonna get some oranges because I ain't getting any.
So you're not getting it, so the other Brazilians will
A
get it.
poor
Probably gonna get-
representation of
It's
Brazilians.
like an exchange. All right. So I guess we're done with the Shakatu graphics for now, and we'll go to the next one. I missed the producer gave me a preview.
The longest playtime.
Oh, I know who's gonna win this one. It's gonna be the longest playtime, total playtime. We're gonna show that graph all at
Just
once.
mix it with the best grinders. So
Yeah, who grinds the most in this game? of Black Desert
Rangers.
Mobile?
Asia.
Well, not but just by region. By region though. By region. Which region is it? Like,
Oh, I have a hint.
yeah, not who.
Oh, not who. Okay.
I have a hint.
What do you
What?
think it is?
What does it rhyme with?
Asia.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
Pero-
rhyme with Asia.
Whoa.
Asia does not rhyme with Asia.
Oh,
You have
Asia-
to find some
Asia
other word that
exactly
rhymes with
rhymes.
Asia, but you can't say it rhymes with Asia.
I
They
told you
can't.
already.
Yeah.
Asia, relax. The Brazilians are coming, man.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, I wonder how much of this is false prophecy, though. Like, he's like really hyping up all the Brazilians that are gonna be coming into this game after today's update. Goodness, I'm really
Okay.
excited. All right, so let's go to Sida, who grinded the most in this game of Black Desert Mobile.
Maybe even by
does it look
server.
Go.
So
Asia, once again.
Asia.
That is a lot of.
Oh, America's
very
really
close.
close.
It's very
Whoa,
America's really
wow,
close.
really?
Good
No,
job,
no,
America.
no, no, This
No,
is a
it's like
individual. This is one individual family.
Ah.
one individual
Oh,
family, but
America's
still
doing.
Asia wins.
America's doing terrible.
Still
Look at the
Asia
other one.
wins.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I have a guess that like the server is live for this amount of minutes, apparently.
How
No,
many?
like-
How many
Yeah,
days
yeah,
is
yeah.
this? Can you calculate?
That's what
130
right now?
130.
Okay, so 60 minutes in an hour, and there's 133,000 minutes. So
Like,
if
I'll
we
get on
drop
my
it down
phone
to
real quick.
100.
How many days did he stay up
No,
all
okay.
night?
Okay.
No, just days of gameplay, right?
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
not
yeah.
even just like days that you're online. I'm gonna calculate. this real quick.
113,000.
No, the-
2,000.
It's worth doing. I
It's
think.
gonna be like
2,200 and
We're-
something hours.
Hold on.
my guess. We're celebrating 100 days, and this
Alright,
person played
so
100 days.
This person from Asia, I don't know who it is. A lot of people can guess who it is. 133.
Someone said 2,218 hours. Oh, you're right.
Divided by 60, right? And that makes it into hours, right?
Yes.
That's 2,218 hours.
Hours of playtime.
And divided by 24, right?
Yeah.
92 days of straight gameplay.
Yeah, some people are putting it in.
92.44 days.
That's all. Only 92 days.
Almost 100.
We've only been open for like over 100 days. Like they've missed out. They missed out like 8 days of
and
gameplay.
I'm sure they feel terrible about it.
Like that's a lot of electricity bill. Like I wonder. Probably that person didn't run through a phone. They probably rented an emulator. It makes a lot of sense. But still, like, for the soft launch. My bad. All right,
not
so
the global
like the
launch.
100 days was from the official launch. Okay, so he
Soft-
missed a
from
little
soft
more.
launch.
He missed a little more than 8 days. Okay,
Pretty sure.
I'm glad we have producers. They really keep us accountable. Like
They can correct
if
us
we say,
for-
like,
if we say something wrong.
It's amazing and terrible.
Exactly. Yeah, someone says he's like producer told me to say he's a genius. Thank you very much.
Thank you for correcting us. Yeah.
But yes, I do love my producers because
92
like
days.
you know what the producers do, right? Like they actually do 50% of my usual work, which is like setting up and making the stream. I always do that, but today like I had to do I did nothing. Like I came in here like hour before the stream, just sat down.
Putting on your makeup.
Well, there was no makeup made, obviously.
But
But
we have
like,
the vanity. I thought that was your vanity.
no, that's not mine. That's not mine. Just letting you know. But anyway, yes,
It's written
having
Joe
a
there.
producer's really nice. But anyway, wow, 92 days of straight gameplay from one person alone. That's a lot of electricity bill.
Some
never
people
likes out, I guess. He
probably
never
have
likes
solar
out.
panels at home.
Yeah, I mean, this is like almost like a level of running a server. Like if you run a corporate server, it's always
together.
on. It's always on,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
This guy had an independent server just for his Black Desert Mobile. That's crazy.
It's dedication. It's the kind of dedication we look for.
Yes, I thought about the same thing.
Okay.
We should look up for this person and just try to
Promote them.
follow.
Yeah.
I think
Their-
some people has an
follow their
idea.
life.
I think some people has an idea though, like who it is per region. Like Raven, I think would be for America. That's my guess because Raven's a top tier player in America, and BBDR I think would be one of those up there. But dang, that's a lot of time. All right, so the next slide that we're gonna be looking at, I think it might be the last one we're looking at. This is gonna be top 3 regions, with the not top 3 regions, top 3 servers per region. Top 3 servers per region with the most top 100 rankers in their region.
Top 3 regions with the most adventures in the top 100.
So it's kind of
I love reading.
Yeah, the meaning of that the meaning of that like the meaning of this is that we're gonna have Asia, we're gonna have Europe, and we're gonna have America, and within those regions, which country?
Oh,
which
we're talking about
nation-
country.
Yeah, which
Okay,
nation?
not server. Okay.
Which country has the most? Which top 100 rankers? So basically, it is a whale alert. Who has the most whales? Which country has the most whales?
Most whales.
Yeah.
Okay.
In their region.
So we're gonna start at in Asia or in
Yeah, we're
America?
gonna start with Asia.
In
Just
Asia.
starting from the left.
Okay.
Okay.
Left to the right.
Like who do you think it is? Like if you can pick 3 countries from Asia you think that has the most top 100 rankers in Asia, who do you think it is?
Oh, probably Asia, for sure.
Probably Asia.
What?
Yeah.
What are you guys saying?
No, people are saying Thailand though. Philippines, like I know Chad has some idea.
Maybe
Indonesia,
I would-
Singapore. Okay.
I would say
China? China's
no.
not a region in the but Philippines. Yeah, Russia's Europe, guys. Russia's not Asia.
I would say Thailand.
Korea.
Philippines.
But Korea already has its own server. It's not Korea.
Somebody
All
said
right.
Brazil as well.
Yeah.
But,
Brazil's not in Asia.
Which
All right.
is it?
Okay, so let's look at number 3.
Number 3. Who's number 3?
Philippines.
Okay.
Jeremy represents.
I represent Asia.
Oh, okay. So you
But
don't
of course, yeah.
represent-
I was telling you, it probably will be. It might be Philippines,
Uh-huh.
Thailand, or either Indonesia or Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Or
you think?
Wakanda.
Yeah, or either. Or.
Yes, and some people say Singapore too.
Singapore too. Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying right now that BBDR himself brought this ranking to number 3 for Philippines. It's possible. It's possible.
It's possible.
Like,
Very high possibility.
like, his whole guild, right? The Walker Guild, like that. Like all the guild members within the Walker Guild, I would imagine, are in the top 100 within their server.
would assume. Yeah.
I would assume that. So that alone, his guild alone, made this into a number 3. I think it really helped.
Wow.
wow, that's a pretty strong.
But
guild.
what about the second place?
Wow.
Yeah,
Who do you
I
think
thought
the
it was
second
gonna
place is
be number 2, but yeah,
I
I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
curious.
see who
2?
number 2 is going to be for Asia. Who has the most rankers in Asia? Which country is it? Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you know like specific like big time streamers from Indonesia that might have an effect?
I
on
know
this?
some Thai streamers,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not Indonesia.
Wow. So Indonesia, a little bit of surprise. Yeah, that's a big stuff. Who do you think? Everybody, I think everybody kind of knows who.
I kind of know it now. Like I saw the list and I'm
I
like,
think
I
chat
know
knows
it's
a
number
little bit
one.
too.
I know it was number one.
I wonder
yeah.
if this is going to be exactly what people are thinking. So let's look at number one to see who has the most rankers in all of Asia. Let's look at it.
Thailand.
Of
I knew it.
course.
Thailand.
Of course.
Yes. So Thailand has a lot of rankers in all of Asia. I thought Philippines would have been a little bit higher, but I guess number
I
three
thought so
is still,
too,
yeah,
but
number
yeah,
three is still higher.
we're talking about 100 days.
Indonesia
so
is surprising though. I didn't really think Indonesia.
I guess probably the first reason was when during the soft launch, Philippines was not listed in
right
the countries for
right.
soft launch.
Malaysia was there though. Yeah, Malaysia.
Was it Malaysia?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Malaysia
was
was
one
there,
of the
so
one of the
like-
countries for soft launch. But dang.
But the top 100 CPs like all over the world, right? So like
No. In Asia.
It's
in that
just
server.
just in
Per
the Asia
continent?
region.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
just in
see.
that Asia region.
So okay, I got
So
it.
yeah. Okay, so we looked at Asia. Now let's look at Europe. Europe's I think the most difficult to predict because it's not just for America. For America, you look at the USA, you look at Canada, you look at whatever, and Mexico, and it's
guy.
very simplified, right? It's very simplified. But
Simplified?
but yeah,
Are you calling our countries simplified countries?
it's a simplified. But yeah.
So we're simplified.
but yeah,
simplified.
But Europe's so hard though. I can't imagine like. I have no idea what number.
Can I make a
3 and
guess?
number two-
Probably Germany.
Why do you think Germany? You think Germany's number one?
Will be in the top 3. I think.
Why?
Germany.
It's his heart.
It's yeah.
This is
Do
hard.
you just like Germany a lot? Okay, just suddenly.
I can't
okay.
think of a nation who can actually go to the Europe like in the
Yeah.
servers. But
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Okay, why so?
They have pretty good beer.
oh, Germany had
that
pretty
has-
good
that has
beer.
no-
Okay, let's not talk
You
about
said
beer.
Guys,
Germany. Are
Beer
talking
has
about beer.
nothing to do with having the top rankers. Like you don't just drink
It
beer
powers
while
them
you
up.
play Black Desert
Powers
MOBA.
them up.
How about you,
Yeah.
Tim?
I'm gonna say France.
France.
France,
Okay.
okay.
Why?
Why
do
France?
the French like the Black Desert Mobile line?
They have good wine.
What?
You guys have like no connection.
No, man.
Like, why we're doing it? I'm not asking who
He's
has
a
the
beer
best
I was just
wine.
trying to
alcohol
follow
in
the
all
trend.
the
I
world,
was
but-
following the trend.
Okay.
Okay, let
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay,
Number
let's
three,
look at
let's
number
go.
3. Let's look at number 3.
France.
France?
France.
Okay,
I'm a
so
genius.
Wine.
The wine's amazing.
wine's good. I guess it has some relation.
I mean-
so if you have good alcohol, then you're in the rankings, I guess.
Just wait for Czech Republic.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for Czech Republic. Who's number 2?
Number two.
Czech Republic. Oh, it's Germany.
Germany.
Okay.
Because the beer.
The beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
Number one.
Okay,
Number one.
Is it Czech Republic? Is it Czech Republic? They have the best beer, right? Czech Republic. Is it number 1?
Now I think I lost that one.
Oh,
Oh,
Russia! I didn't think of
Of
Russia because it was in.
It's
It's
in
near
Europe.
Asia.
Russia is in Europe. Like no matter how people
It's just
think
below
it.
Asia.
I know
It's never. This has never not been the
No.
case. So I don't.
Yeah.
Like the producer.
Oh,
told us,
vodka. Yeah,
wine,
vodka.
Wine,
Vodka.
Makes
beer,
sense.
Vodka.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It makes
in that,
sense.
in that order. So that's
Mhm.
how the
I had a
Okay.
feeling.
yeah beer.
It was
wine,
alcohol
Wine,
related.
vodka.
That's
Okay.
that. No,
Oh,
it's
so many
wine, beer,
flags.
vodka. Wine, beer, vodka in that order. All right, so Russia number 1 in Europe and America. I'm telling
Oh,
you
you
now,
guys.
this is
California. I vote California.
Gonna be. It's not a country.
It's not a country
California
team.
is not a country.
But I like
Tim.
California.
But it's not a country. You liking California, Tim, does not automatically make it a country.
We have good cheese.
Let's get it.
Like we're just putting out the best consumable products out from every country
Yeah.
to see what's
We
in
have
your
good
ranking.
cheese too. People don't know that, but we make pretty good stuff.
Like I would think Brazil might be in this ranking after today's update because they're gonna get the Portuguese now, so they're gonna get all hyped up and stuff like that.
Maybe even now. Who
No,
knows?
I don't. Do you think is there that many Brazilian people that actually play Black Desert Mobile? You think?
Maybe you're right there, Joe. We don't
Maybe.
know.
Okay. Do you guys have any guesses? Like, I mean, I know there are easy
there.
guesses out there. I know USA is definitely gonna be one of them.
USA.
Yeah, USA should be there.
Spain.
Spain's not.
Spain.
Spain's
Spain.
in
Oh,
Europe.
sorry, shit.
Spain's in Europe.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
yeah, it's
I
alright.
was thinking about
It's
North
yeah.
America and South America only.
Uh-huh.
South
I
America
stand
doesn't have
corrected.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, South
Okay.
America still doesn't have Spain.
Chile.
Chile, you're just like you're like blubbering out random countries now.
Okay, Chile. I would say Chile or USA.
I like Peru, but I don't know if there's a lot of Peruvians in the actual America.
Did you say Peru?
Yeah, I love Peru.
Oh, Peru.
Yeah, Peru is one of
Peru.
my favorite countries.
Peru.
No, Peru. Just change one letter. It's not Peru, it's Peru. Yeah, but
Oh, the food is amazing.
Food is amazing. Yeah,
I've been there, yeah.
Peruvian food is just spot on. And speaking of food, Mexican food, one of my top delicacies in the world. I know we're getting very off topic here, but one of my
We're talking about food again.
We're talking about food again, but
Take a
one of my top delicacies in the entire world, like bar none, is just Mexican food. Just I can just have tacos every day and I'll be fine.
For your life.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Taco Tuesday.
We'll have some chimichangas right now. I
Chimichangas
really like
are so
chimichangas.
good. Holy smokes.
With a lot of guacamole.
Oh goodness.
We're
Yeah.
just saying words now.
No, it's food.
It's good stuff too.
No.
It's good food too.
Okay.
Number 3.
All
Let's
right.
number three
All
right
right,
now.
so
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
someone says Spain and America freaking noob GMs. Yes, we realize that Europe has Spain and they have all the Spanish-speaking language. So number 3 is actually Brazil.
Oh, I told you.
Wow. So
And that's without Portuguese.
That's without Portuguese.
Without Portuguese.
Goodness. So if it has Portuguese, what's gonna be after the next one?
After today's maintenance, we're gonna be buffed and we're gonna jump to the first place. Next infographic.
Overnight.
First place, you think?
Overnight. Yeah.
Overnight. That's a lot of people that you have to bring in.
Next infographic.
Well,
No, next
Hold
year.
on. Hold that thought.
You promised. You promised, though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you invite me, I'm gonna be here and we can take a look.
Okay. All right. We'll look at the next infographic. Hopefully, Brazil goes up to
Brazil,
number
yeah.
1. I should say.
Dá força aí,
Now,
galera.
now
Vou precisar.
the struggle is who's actually number 2 though. Like I get United States like one of the two, but like what's the other country?
Someone said,
Do people
Canada.
have Canada? Or
yeah,
Mexico?
Canada. Someone
Okay,
said
yeah,
Canada.
maybe Canada.
So
or
maybe
Mexico.
Canada. It's either
No,
Canada
but
or
two.
USA.
It would be
No,
cool
not
to have
sure.
Mexico there. Like not only do they
Someone
have
said
amazing
Mexico
food,
as well.
Yeah, not only do they have amazing food, they have amazing players. We'll see if Mexico's gonna be there. Canada, Mexico.
Canada is strong candidate.
Why is nothing else coming from South America though? Like America Sur, they're not there.
Oh, I cannot say anything related.
I said
to that
Chile
now.
because one of the
Brazil is the
countries
best.
before for soft launch was Chile.
Yeah,
so I was
Chile,
thinking maybe
yeah.
Chile.
Okay, so we'll look at number 2 now. What is going to be the number 2 country that plays in America?
Canada.
Canada. A lot of Canadian rankers in CP in the top 100 in America. That's cool. Okay, so where's Mexico? Are they just number 1 now?
Number 1.
Well, that's up to
Number
team.
1.
California.
Do I get to choose?
I mean the image has already been made, so
Oh.
like I don't know if you can choose necessarily.
It's got to be
but
California.
The number 1's pretty, I think, easy. There's a lot of rankers in this country. I know personally some from this country, but it's going to be. Let's look at number 1. It's the United States, probably the easiest one.
USA.
So Mexico's probably like number 4.
California.
California doesn't win, Tim. It's,
Oh,
it's
it
just
does.
it's a United States. It's one of the 50. 50. How many states are there?
51.
52?
50. Like,
52, I don't know.
That number
That is-
changed recently, didn't it? It's been 50. It's
I
been
have a new state in my country.
no, like I've been hearing things. Like I've been here. Like I've been in Korea for like 8 years since I left America, right? So I've been hearing things that like they're getting rid of a state, or
like
are they making?
I
a
talk
new
to my
state?
family every week, and they did not mention that to me. So
SoCal?
I'm gonna call them out.
Maybe.
Yeah. So it is 50 states. Like, can you guys confirm that it's 50 states just to make sure? Like, I should know this before I go to the next stream. Yeah, 50 states. Okay. Oh goodness, yeah. So all the 50 states, you're only one of the 50 states that just won that first place.
But we're amazing.
But California is quite amazing.
Mhm.
They have
Okay.
good Mexican food.
We have such good
California
Mexican
has really good Mexican
Yeah.
food. All right, so that's that. That's a lot of things that's happened.
That's all?
throughout
Wow,
the
nice.
So many things.
100 days, and good stuff has happened.
Mhm.
But I think we're ready to go over to our favorite part of the every stream coming on Velia, which is
What is it?
What is it?
I'm not sure. I'm just a guest
rhymes-
here.
does
So
it-
Yeah,
does it rhyme
I-
with
I-
schmatch
no,
notes?
Me and Jeremy are lost
we're,
here.
we're just a
But-
guest here, guys.
But
So
you guys watch the stream every day. Like I thought you would have guys know. Like I wasn't.
We're-
saying
we're
to,
busy.
Like,
Patch
And- and-
notes.
I'm pretending.
Oh.
I said it like 5
notes.
times already.
I'm pretending that I don't.
Okay. Like
patch
he's right
notes.
beside you.
Okay.
So it is patch notes that we're going to go in right now. But
Mhm.
with today being a very, very special day. Very
Choice.
special day.
A
Yes.
choice day.
Yes. It's a very choice day, like USDA choice. Like it's very
Grade
very
A.
yeah, grade A
Triple
plus.
grade A,
I'll give
yeah.
it that. It's a very special day. We're going to have a special promotional video before we get into the patch notes. So let's go into the video and have some poggers in chat, please.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, Dark Knight
Nice.
is here.
Wait, we timed that wow really nicely, but
Yeah, we nailed it.
The wow with the.
It's a good thing we rehearsed.
Yeah, we rehearsed the wow. That's the only thing we rehearsed like today, like before.
Like
before
after
today's
that's like,
session.
wow.
we just made sure like 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Yeah.
We did that. All right, so the we did this last time. We showed a promotional video when the Sorcerers first came out, and we showed it on stream, and we're doing this again for the incredible Dark Knight that will be released after today's maintenance. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to create it literally with our time. It's gonna be 10 p.m. right on 10 p.m. I'm gonna go back to my house. I'm just gonna turn on my Black Desert Mobile, create it
Immediately.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. So we're gonna go into the patch notes now and show exactly what you guys will be looking at. So let's go into the patch notes and see what we got.
Go,
Alright.
go.
Dark Knight 2.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight,
Knight.
Black Desert Mobile.
She's
What? Stop reading.
no, but like you're just like reading everything. Like,
He's reading everything.
He's addicted. I'm not telling you, Tim's addicted.
Pearl Abyss. What can I say?
You're just not, you don't miss the word. You don't miss the word, Tim. Oh, but yes. The Dark Knight is here. She is very pretty and very strong. And just to let you guys know, she is free of the virus. Even though she's been traveling around the world, she is free of the virus, and she's going to be completely fine. So you can create the character without any worries, and we'll be fine to go from there.
Everyone was worried about that.
A lot of people were worried, so we just wanted to make sure that she's completely virus free, and then we can go very fine. And she is very strong. She is very strong. All right, so let's look at the. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go. The producers are telling us a lot of things like while we do things, so like it's kind of.
You're killing it, Joel.
I'm kind of but like. No, like they're telling us stuff like I'm supposed to be talking, but I'm supposed to be like reading this kind of the notepad that you just kind of swipe back and forth. Also, it's time for me to move on now.
There we go.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next page. This is like the cues. Like, if I say next once, like accidentally, they'll move on to the next slide accidentally. So I don't want to.
Oh, there you go.
Chegou!
Say something. I don't know.
What?
In Portuguese.
It's Portuguese finally.
Probably the biggest update of today. No, I will say that with a you know with a very
He's
so
very
happy.
He's a
He's
very
happy,
happy
like-
boy.
Very happy.
Yeah.
like legit.
If you want,
Uh-huh.
I can cut you and just start to, announce everything in Portuguese.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
not gonna
if
get
you want,
anything.
if you
we're
want,
done
we
with
can do
English
that,
at this
like-
Oh,
point.
they're
in the
saying
stream.
something in Portuguese.
Oh, what are they?
Estão vendo, né? O português ali, galera. Chegou a hora.
Yeah.
Chegou a hora então agora. Eles não estão entendendo nada que a gente tá falando, mas a gente vai.
Totally.
Totally.
Yeah, I agree.
You got it,
Yeah.
right?
I
Totally agree with you.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that-
yeah.
I think that's really worth mentioning in these times. It's very important that what Barry just said means a lot to a lot of people's heart.
It's a key to world peace, I think,
I think we've just reached world peace because of it.
because of what Better just
because
said. Yeah.
what Better just said at this moment.
I mean,
Thank you, Barry.
I know you guys didn't understand, but this is actually a pretty important update for me.
Yeah, it is.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah.
Personally.
Like literally, Beru came into the stream. He didn't eat a single meal today because he still had work to do on the localization. Finished that up before he came onto the stream today. Like this guy and the rest of the Portuguese team, like they worked not only their butts off, but I think they worked every part of their body and then some, just to get this
Good.
done.
Good.
Yeah, just to get this done in
Yep.
time. That was a lot of work put in, just to put in. We're already seeing the Portuguese chat. Just to.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was very important because I think Black Desert Mobile is a great game, and I really wanted so more people from my home country, right, could play the game and really enjoy it and like have the experience that we can have in our native language, right? So for me, this game is such like a game changer for mobile games, and I really have so much fun playing the game.
Wow.
So I really thought was like, I really wanted to give to the adventurers in Brazil the opportunity to play the game in Portuguese and add another language to. So I think it's gonna be a great experience.
Yeah.
I should say that in Portuguese though, right?
Oh, you're
Right,
so
yeah.
sincere.
But like, I think he was like tearing up in the
Yeah,
middle of
Yeah,
that.
like
I
we
mean-
feel you, man. Like, yeah.
It's like the emotions are there.
I really wanted to,
Yeah. 'Cause it-
provide this for the users.
now it does feel like a home, right? Like a real home game for you because it's in that language that you're most accustomed to. I think a lot of people will feel
They're
that
asking
way.
me to translate what I just said.
Yeah.
Can I go for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Eu tava falando em inglês aqui que desde o início eu queria ter português no jogo, porque eu acho o Black Desert Mobile um jogo muito legal e assim, eu queria que mais pessoas tivessem acesso ao jogo. Então assim, eu e a equipe toda trabalhou duro para lançar o jogo em português E eu queria muito ter o feedback de todo mundo. Se vocês acharem alguma coisa errada, se quiserem dar dicas, se achar alguma coisa que pode melhorar, entre em contato com a gente. Mas vai ser muito legal que vocês vão ter a oportunidade de jogar em português agora. And that was it.
That's. I think I would have said exactly the same thing.
Mhm.
That's literally what it's saying. We just the producer told us to clap. It's a sitting ovation, like we always do. Yeah, it's a sitting ovation. We're very accustomed to sitting ovations. Like we don't bother standing up and do the ovation because like sitting ovation, I think is actually more.
Yeah.
I think it's more respectful.
Or just an ovation.
Just an ovation
is enough, you know.
There's no prefix. Like
no. You can just ovate, and it's fine.
Oh, I didn't know ovate was the verb.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, thank you for everybody that's been waiting. I'm speaking on behalf of Bear, of course, but like this came via request. Like the Portuguese was not originally in the plans when Black Desert Mobile was first released. Back in the soft launch and even to the official launch, we already had all of our, as far as I know, all of our localization teams set up for various languages, and Portuguese initially wasn't one of them, as far as I know. But then, like huge amounts of requests coming in.
Swaths of requests.
Like it was swamps and then some.
Yeah.
Of requests coming in from all the Brazilian fans, and of course a few people from Portugal itself. Like they were all telling us that it's not that we want Portuguese in the game, we need Portuguese in the game.
There was a huge outcry, so
yes, and then we were like, oh, you guys don't just want it, but you guys actually just need it.
Yeah.
We need to get that word out.
Yeah.
And then we got the word out. Then Beru was initially working for the English team, I believe.
Yes.
Then like just became like the
and then they stole him from me.
I mean, for a good reason, because like if he wasn't there, then he wouldn't have created the Portuguese localization that is available now. So it's a big accomplishment to really, I think, just do something that wasn't originally in the plans and to create a whole brand new team just to localize every single part of the game that's already been in mass production. So that's a lot of work towards Bear. Thank you so much, Bear, for creating this.
Thank you, guys.
Yay.
Thanks for waiting, guys.
Yeah, it's so good. All right, so that's the first part of the patch notes. I think that's one of the biggest part of the patch notes. I think we get some justice.
What do we got next?
What do we get next? I don't know. We're going to go over to the next part of the patch notes. Can we go over to the next slide? So we're going to go to some events related to the Dark Knight. And the first one is just like the one we had with the Sorceress. It's a level up event. And basically, you just go from level 10, level 15, level 20, level 30, 40. And I think it does stop at 50.
It does go to 50. There's a tiny little sliver right at the bottom.
And I'll get to that slide a little bit later. But for now, you can see that Joel is very new at the moment. He's level 1. He just started
level 1 Joel.
So he's not very strong. He's not very strong.
Not strong.
No, he's not very strong. But he will get stronger like as he moves on with his adventures.
His strength will increase.
Yes, it's bound to increase because he will grind like a lot of the Asians out there. So I'm an Asian too, so like I know my grinding. Yeah.
Joe will be grinding tonight.
So yes, Joel level 1. Well, it doesn't have to be tonight, Pedro. It can be early in the morning. Like even though that itself sounded weird too, but like I will be.
Joe will be grinding early in the morning.
I hate it how you say that.
Joe will be grinding tomorrow at lunch. Stop.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Sorry.
Wait.
Oh goodness. Yes, I'll be grinding the game. But yes, you ruined my flow.
Joe's the name of her character. I'm talking about that. Joe.
Level up the Dark Knight. Everything's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, the character has to be grind. Okay. But yes, level 1 Joel is weak, so he will not get any of these rewards right now with the Dark Knight. But if you go to the next slide, Joel will get stronger. Level 70. He becomes level 70 like in an instant, just like that.
Wow.
Like he was level
strong.
1 noob. Now he's level 70 OP Joel, the Dark Knight. And now he can get all the rewards, including that last one that you were mentioning at level 50. I wonder what that is. Oh, yeah, it's being highlighted. I wonder what that is. It looks very similar to kind of the event that you've been setting up, Jeremy.
Is it a Shikado mystical key?
Yeah, it's a Shikado.
Dude, they already posted it.
Oh my god. He's reading again.
Don't get mad at me.
You're so addicted to reading. Like, why you just read? You read everything that's on, like, that's in your eyes.
It's a Shikado's mystical, but a different one.
Okay, so Jeremy, you can explain this a little bit since you're the event creator.
I think you got the last one from the bingo event, right?
Yes.
Did you guys play the bingo event?
Yes.
Where you got a
didn't get
Shikado
it
mystical
that
key, but Shikado key, but you only got an epic an epic item.
Epic accessory, right?
Epic. No, it's
Was
either
it
an
epic
epic
gift?
accessory or an epic weapon.
Oh, it was like it could be one or the other.
Yeah, but this time they're
Uh-huh.
getting an orange item.
Oh, it does say. I wonder who localized this one. It's a very nice key, but I just think that orange suits you pretty well.
Mhm.
Was that yours doing, Tim?
It was mine's doing.
Yeah, was it?
Maybe.
Was it?
Maybe.
Cause
We
I
have a team.
think like
It was a group think.
It was a group's doings.
Yes.
Groups,
Ah.
okay.
It was the hive mind that
Mm.
led to orange suits you.
Cause I know this.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I know my boss hates it when I talk about Netflix series on stream, but like,
She's
have you
gonna
guys
kill you.
have you guys seen the orange is the new black?
Uh-huh.
Like that's on
I'm
Netflix.
gonna time
so-
how long this lasts before.
It's like that's like that scene in Office when Jim times times
All
that
right,
other guy.
you're doubling
But
down.
yeah.
Good
So
job.
anyway, so the orange suits you very well. So we know this is gonna be about giving away some orange, but you have to get to level 50 with the Dark Knight, which is not gonna be that hard to do.
Mhm.
And yeah, so this is one of the first events that we have in relation with the Dark Knight, and I think we can go on to the next event that we prepared.
Don't read the description.
You can read it if you want. Tim.
Dark Knight
No,
art
the
puzzle
item
event.
description. The item description.
I didn't just. We missed it.
No, he really wanted to read.
Oh, he really wanted
It
to.
was in my mind the entire time.
Yeah, but now you can read this.
Daily key 0 out of 3.
Oh my god.
You're like that. You're like that transcriptor, like in the computer. It's like, daily keys 0 out of 3.
No, I
like
had more feeling behind
but
it.
that is, you're like the same thing, but with emotions.
0.
Oh my
That's
god.
how many.
Yeah, it's the our puzzle. Oh, you're sad because it's 0. You don't have any. Is
Yeah.
that the sad voice that you're
Yeah.
putting out? Okay.
You're gonna get some.
So I think a lot of people would have done the art puzzle event already last time around, with the sorcerers especially when they first came out. Like,
They've
a lot of
clearly done
images.
it. Yes.
Yeah, they've done
Chat
it before.
is super excited.
These are some of the moments in life where you realize that your IQ was not actually 3 digits as you imagined. Like I kind of realized that for myself. I thought I was a pretty smart person growing up. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, dude, you're so good at studying. Oh, Joel, you're just so smart." Like I believed in those comments, right? Then I did this art puzzle, and I couldn't finish a single one.
Oh, that's
A
bad.
little bit of behind the scenes info. I've been trying to teach this guy how to do these puzzles.
Okay.
And
forever.
it was
Joe-
successful?
It's so hard.
So there's special strategy to finish this event.
Mhm.
Is there?
Yeah, this real life story.
Okay.
You want me to tell you how it is?
Yeah.
Okay,
How is
okay, let's listen to Beru. Okay.
You go,
Oh.
you collect 3 keys.
We
Wait till
don't-
the next day.
Uh-huh.
Collect 3 more keys.
Uh-huh.
Wait till the next day. Collect 3 more keys.
Until you have
10 days
30.
later,
Yep.
when you get 30
Yep.
keys, you just gotta do 30 puzzles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what you do is you get your phone,
Mhm.
you put it on Team's desk, and you
Mhm.
ask him to do it for you.
That's not a strategy.
But that's
Beru.
exactly what he
That-
did, Joel.
that took so
I had to
long
do
to
it-
explain something that's not really a strategy.
I had to do
It is a
30
very good
puzzles
one.
for the guy.
And it worked for him, and it worked for Beru.
Oh, it
Like-
worked great for him.
Did you buy any food
He
for
he
him?
cleared
What,
all
what
of
did
them.
you
For
what did
free?
you give him
Nothing.
in
I got
return?
nothing.
Like, what did you give him in exchange?
Yeah,
Like,
for
doing
exchange.
30 puzzles for you.
all of his tutelage to me until now at this position, and that was my payback, was doing his freaking puzzles.
Was that a fair exchange? you
No,
think?
no, it wasn't.
Oh goodness.
I'll get
No.
you a Starbucks.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I mean,
Coffee.
coffee.
Thank you.
So Beru promised on stream that he's gonna buy Tim a Starbucks. Like he's gonna buy the whole Starbucks for him. So you're lucky, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some bucks made of stars.
So yeah, the art puzzle
little
event.
bit, a little bit.
It's a big love and hate relationship with that event. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. But I had to do it because the rewards are so good.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jeremy, for creating such a great event. Because I know.
Did you see the rewards? No.
I saw.
think.
Oh, we didn't see the rewards. No, I don't think there was a picture of the rewards.
Oh.
I mean, there was a picture of the item that was the reward itself, but
Yeah.
not the items in the reward.
We didn't
That's
see
a
what's
well
in
way
the
to put it.
chest.
That's
Yeah.
a well way to put it. All right, so yeah, that's the art puzzle event. I know that a lot of people love this event because they kind of prove to themselves again that they're so smart, kind of like Tim over there. But to other people, it's a self-realization of failure, and that's what happened to me with a lot of other people as well.
So deep.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, so that's that. We're gonna have another art puzzle event in celebration of the Dark Knight, and let's go to the next event. And we have this again, Hammer of Fortune event. I was talking about my 4 tier 4 crows that I got from the last Hammer of Fortune event, and this is another one.
4.
I got 4. I told you.
Oh my God.
That's
This
a
guy.
lot. I got really lucky.
This was my favorite event before
This
Joel
one?
told me the 4 crows that I didn't get.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't get any.
This is my
No.
favorite event though, yeah.
This is really fun though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cause everybody knows this is RNG. Like he pops up at random places.
Yeah.
No. We all know. calculation-wise, this is an RNG game. It has no
Look,
skills based on.
I'm just telling you, if I hover the mouse over play for
Uh-huh.
about 20 seconds and then I go to the bathroom and come back,
Uh-huh.
I get the same one every time.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the big confusion right there. Everybody should know that this is not a skill-based game, but so many people would like to believe that this is a skill-based game. Like if you time it correctly, I don't know how that even works. You can't time something that comes out randomly.
Yeah.
This finger does.
Just
that
that
doesn't
one.
make it
Just
better.
that- just
This
that
one doesn't
finger.
work, yeah.
Just so you guys know, like this is the official statement from the most unofficial person in Prolobis, which is me. This is not a skill-based game. No matter how many of you guys want to argue that this is a skill-based game, this is how it works. And I guess people will still continue to believe that this is a skill-based game. That you can get the hammer of fortune of exactly what you want to do it. I got really lucky, and I hope I get lucky again.
Well, I got what I
Good
wanted.
times.
I got the first lines wrong, and then I just kept doing it until I got what I wanted.
You did that press continue.
Yeah.
You have to spend a lot of black pearls to get the press continue.
That's
though.
why I don't have any anymore.
Okay. All right, so that's the Hammer of Fortune event. I do believe that Jeremy, you can explain a little bit about this, but I think there's a new mechanic of the.
We just improved a little bit because like you usually can just press one and it will show one block, right?
Yeah.
Or reveal one block, but
Yeah.
you can now have the chance to reveal the whole line.
Wait, no, like
to get an entire row.
To go,
of-
yeah, and the entire row at the cost of black pearls.
so your
of course.
hammer. Oh, you cost the black pearls.
Yes.
So if you spend black pearls on this event, your hammer turns into a Thor hammer, and just like not only does it
A
knock
team
one
hammer.
out,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
and it's just
A
like
team hammer, it just
It's like a new hammer.
and
it
there's,
just
like,
reveals
the
one
whole
complete
row.
row.
Just goes out.
Mhm.
There's lightning too.
in your mind.
Okay.
Did you create the lightning part?
Nope.
Oh, you forgot to put the lightning part.
That's
Yeah,
not.
that
I
Thor
don't
hammer.
think there's
that
like.
was
It's
a
not a
mistake.
Thor hammer.
Yeah,
Jeremy.
that-
That was a
It's
mistake.
not a Thor hammer. Oh,
Okay, but next time it's fine.
But yeah, like for those users who are really lazy
yeah.
and just want the whole row to be revealed.
But even that's random too, right? Like you get the whole row out by paying your black pearls. That's fine, but like you don't decide which row to clear.
They have to get in the game later.
So so you're gonna have to, boom, hit it. But if you because Thor's hammer's heavy, it's quite heavy. So
Uh-huh.
like you try to be like the power's there,
Mm-hmm.
but the accuracy sometimes like it just hits you up. So like you're trying to hit this one,
Uh-huh.
like right here, like you're trying to hit this one.
Mhm.
But then like you just get weak at the very last millisecond, and just like and your hammer falls, and you
Uh-huh.
end up hitting this one.
Uh-huh.
So that can happen, I think.
it can happen.
Yeah, very
So-
specifically.
But then again, Joe,
Yeah.
what's the fun in knowing what's gonna happen, right?
Wow. That's
Wow,
that's
that was
literally
deep.
that's
That was
literally the
deep.
motto
Wow.
of
Wow,
RNG
Baru.
games. Yeah. Thanks, Baru. Okay, so that's that. Jeremy has too much power, says somebody in chat. But yeah, that's All right, that's it for that part. We can go over to the next part of the patch
Uh-huh.
notes.
Go, go, go.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Tower
brand
Trials.
brand new content, in-game content that we haven't seen before. So this is where you can select multiple characters, up to 2. That is not logged in the
Mhm.
game. So this is.
So you're logged into one character,
Mm.
and you have 2 other characters that can go to the tower.
Yeah, and you select them, and then you will be able to clear the amount of floors based on how strong your selected characters are.
Can I only choose one character? No.
What's that?
Do I
You
have-
can definitely go with one character,
Mm.
but it's their combined strength that determines how far in the tower you can get. So it's
Mm.
always beneficial to bring at least 2 characters.
Yeah, so you can't put 0 characters though. That's for certain.
Yeah, you'll fail the first floor
because you don't have
because
a character
you
to
don't.
go in.
go
have-
again.
Yeah.
It's like when you don't open the door, it doesn't say you succeeded.
Yeah, you just stand in front. And
They
see
said
if you
sad
did.
2 characters, but you can. He just said you can also choose just one character,
Yes,
right?
you can definitely
you
do
can
it
do
with
one
one
character.
One character is okay as well.
But
You
it's
can-
an additive total for
Oh.
how far you get in the trials.
Yeah, so
Mm.
the total amount of CP, right?
yeah.
So you can do 1 character, you can do 2 characters.
Yeah.
You can't do 3 characters. You can't do 3 characters, but you can't do 0 characters.
You'll need 3 characters because you have to be logged into one, choose
right.
the other 2.
3 total characters.
And also,
okay.
chat can see on the screen, there's a note under the select character that says you get bonus CP when you select characters of different classes.
Mhm. Oh
So-
yeah. As you notice on my Dark Knight, OP Dark Knight level 70.
Yes.
Joe's
But the CP is so low for level 70. It's
Yeah.
3,800.
Yeah, it was pathetic. Yeah.
I know.
And this is permanent, right?
You gotta
Someone is
grind,
asking.
Permanent.
I gotta grind a
It's
little bit
a
more.
permanent content.
A
that's
permanent
going to stay.
feature.
Permanent feature?
Yes, it's not an event like the Field of Valor we
It is
had.
a thing you can do.
It is a thing you can do this week. You can do it next week.
And for all future weeks.
You can do it next year.
Really?
I think.
And for all future years.
You said that already. All right, so that's that. Okay, so that's where you need to know with the tower trial. So now you're asking the question though. If the tower trials, I see what it's trying to do. It's trying to make you create some sub characters and try to
level one up more quickly.
Them strong and get them strong, of course, and then make them viable to do this stuff. But like, what if I don't have a sub character? And am I just gonna create a level 1 character from scratch and just like and do all the questing by myself and like it's
the story quests
and because that's one of the main ways to get the levels and like,
the story quests are fun. I mean, I know I put a lot of work into the story,
but you have to do it over and over again. So I wonder what Pearl Abyss has in store in terms of
you're not fooling chat. I'm just letting you know.
The chat already got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go over to some of the things that will help out with this tower trials for you to do it a little more efficiently. First one is family skill training. So we've had this skill training after the Ascension has arrived. So it's where you put the baseline character skill books and feed it, and then your whole entire character gets stronger bit by bit. But this one now combines all of your characters into a family skill training. So if this family skill training gets stronger, not only is my level 70 Dark Knight gonna get stronger, the future giant that I create will become stronger. The future sorcerers I create will automatically
all
become stronger.
ascended classes will benefit.
Yes, it has to be ascended though. That's the one key thing. So if you create a sorcerers and it doesn't become a raven, it won't get affected. So you have to have ascended classes to be affected. All right. Yeah, you have a question, Better? you seem like that kid. You seem like the kid in school like that wants to ask a question, but he's just like a little bit too shy to raise the hand.
No, I just thought my Dark Knight would be stronger at night. When it's not ascended yet, my source.
I'm sorry, bud. Just to work a little more.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'll get there. It's fine.
Yeah.
Bear was really sad just for a little bit.
With your Portuguese brethren.
It's fine. Let's go.
But yeah, that's how it's going to work. So family skill training, that's how it was. So make sure if you want to benefit off of this, that all your characters, including Dark Knight, is going to be ascended after the update is done. So just get to level 60 as fast as you can. Get all the quests done, then do your thing and just get your ascension and try to
look forward to that buff when you get your ascension.
Yeah, exactly. And then you will benefit off of the family skill training. So the same concept now just applies a little more broadly into the family skill training. That's how it works. So that's the first thing that should help out to getting it a little bit better for the tower trials. Let's look at the second one. This is not going to directly help with the tower trials, but it was just a quality of life content.
Quality of life,
because
auto
people, I've heard reports that their fingers were injured. Because
surgery?
No.
Was it surgery, Joel?
Because they were pressing the screen too much. Like it was like they did this, and because some people buy a lot of fragments, right?
I mean, that's like a 101 class on how to not.
But they injured their finger, so like we wanted to compensate, not directly, and we're not going to pay for the hospital bills, but we're definitely going to pay for it in a brand new content that improves quality of life.
To prevent future cases.
So future finger injuries. Just one finger injury. You don't injure multiple.
Single finger injuries. Yes.
Yeah,
single finger injuries.
Single finger injuries.
Yeah.
So now you'll be able to autocraft, and the game will do it for you.
Perfect.
They'll do all this little motion for you. Oh, by the way, we're not on camera, so like they missed out all the other little motion. That
okay.
Yeah, okay, so it's okay. It's okay. Like, our motion is not the most.
Thankfully,
yeah, thankfully. Okay. So yeah, auto crafting is on. That means that your finger has less work to do, thankfully, and it should be a little bit better feel when you get the red alchemy stone that you'd be looking for. By the way, the other guy that was casting beside me on Ramon's tournament, Valdez, he told me within the first 5 draws of the Alchemist Stone fragments, he got his first red.
That guy.
I was like, dude, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's rude.
Like he got his first red out of the first 5 ever tries of the Alchemy Stone draw. Like that
course.
Guy's crazy.
Because of course.
Yes.
I was gonna say, is there a red item there? Oh my gosh.
Do they even exist?
Oh my goodness. But yes, so that's auto crafting. But the next update that we're gonna introduce definitely definitely. Should I say it again?
Definitely.
Yeah, they need the third one,
should
thank you.
help with the Tower Trials. Let's look at it. It's
Auto questing.
Finally!
That's nice.
They have been. Chat has been asking for this for weeks,
months.
months.
Auto
Yeah,
quest.
Yeah, I would
I
say
mean
months.
yesteryears, even.
Now you guys can safely and confidently shout PogChamp in chat because now you know that AutoQuest is here.
So right from level 1, I can do
Ye-
auto quests.
Now the condition is this.
Okay.
The AutoQuest will only apply to quests that another character has completed.
You can get as far as your farthest character.
Exactly. So like if
okay.
if your primary character
Mhm.
has not completed a single quest yet,
Then no.
the AutoQuest will not be enabled.
Gotcha.
So I mean, your main character can't auto quest.
Your main character can't AutoQuest. So
Yes.
if you create a brand new account today, you can't AutoQuest.
You can auto quest, yeah.
But that does mean you only have to do the quest once.
once. So for all the people that did the same quest line from the start of Velia when the Black Spirit talks to you and do all that, and all the way to the North Medea of where we are right now, if you did that 3 times already, God bless your heart. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of quests.
You don't at least you don't have to do it the 4th time.
Yes.
That's what we're having. If you've done all the quests, you can do it again with a single button.
Mm-hmm.
All those amazing lines, right?
Oh,
No, but
we
they-
tried
they
so
can-
hard.
no,
you
but
can read it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
You just need to be a fast reader.
They
Wild
roll
thought.
by
really,
fast.
you can actually
So you
read
just
it.
like it's like a movie. Like you just like turn on AutoQuest and you just like sit back on the couch. And
Exactly.
Just like just watch the whole process. as
So
it goes.
that's what we're gonna do tonight with your Dark Knight.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna do
suppose.
something with my Dark Knight tonight.
You gotta
Why
get.
does it have to be tonight? What? The Dark Knight is an in-game character, Jeremy. Like it
No, like,
doesn't
what
have
you-
any.
What I mean is you're gonna do auto quest.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I've been saying the
Okay.
whole time. But you guys are like voicing it very weird.
So defensive.
It's kind of weird that
So
I'm gonna be at
defensive.
home and I'm gonna be like, oh, I know exactly what Joe is doing right now.
What am I doing? Like I'm. What am I doing? I'm just playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a T for teen type of game. I don't know what you guys are imagining that I would do with my Dark Knight late at night tonight because she just
We're gonna level up.
Level up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
level up,
course.
level
That-
up.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant. Like that's what I meant, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Something doesn't feel right. But yes, okay. That's basically all the update. Big updates, by the way. If you just kind of reflect back on what we've been going through, like Tower of Trials, brand new, permanent in-game
It's
content.
pretty ginormous.
Huge. That it is ginormous-tastic.
Yeah.
It's big, and auto questing, huge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
That's a big help.
people have been asking for this, like for as far as I know, and now they're finally getting it.
Oh.
I think I told the stream last week. Like I told chat that they were asking for auto questing again, like they do every week, and I was like saying, I think it will come when the time is appropriate. It couldn't have been more appropriate when the time. Yeah.
It was the epitome of appropriateness.
Yes, exactly. So Dark Knight, you do not have to train it from level 1 manually as you did with the sorcerers to get to level 50 to get that event. You can do it, turn it on, go to sleep.
So Joe will be grinding with the Dark Knight,
And,
and his other characters will be at the tower
Uh-huh.
Right.
getting stuff for
Right.
his Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
cool. It's a good strategy, Joel. Good job.
It's the only strategy.
Let's see if it plays out.
How does it not play out, Tim? Like, goodness. Okay, so that's that for the patch notes. I hope you guys liked it. A lot of big stuff are coming out after today's maintenance. Should be very exciting. And I think we can move over to the Q&A now. Woo!
Yeah.
Today's a long stream. I feel like I think maybe
It
it's
is a
because
day of days.
yeah, maybe it's because we have all 4 of us today with this, but yeah, let's look at Q&A. We have the chat right in front of us. You can ask any of us that you see in front of you. Whether it's me, you can ask Beto, you can ask Tim, you can ask Jeremy. Just be sure to write the name of who you want to ask the question to, then ask the question, and if we catch it, then we'll answer
I
the
see
question
one.
for you.
Do auto quests work with side quests? I don't believe so.
Side quest. Oh, like no, it doesn't pick up the side quest automatically, then do it for you.
Just a story quest, right?
Yeah, only the story
Only
quest,
story
only the main story quest.
Oh, the story quest.
So if you want to do the side quest, you have to still do it manually.
Yes.
All right. So if you type in the name of whoever you want to ask, and then ask the question, then you can just ask us exactly what's going on. Is Jeremy never gonna answer on Discord? Jeremy?
What?
Wow.
Someone's asking. Zocker Imperium is asking.
Someone's been contacting
Jeremy, why do you never answer on Discord?
I do answer on Discord.
Apparently
I do.
Don't, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I do. If you have any questions, you can either DM me or DM Joel.
Yeah.
I will answer.
So supposedly GM Joel, not GM, GM Jeremy does answer. So yeah, that's that. Jeremy, when will they ban the ghost traders? What is a ghost trader?
That's what he was
Ghost
talking about with
traders.
the Black Pearl business.
We say the word. We say.
Yeah, we told
yeah.
them. Yeah, we told. So if that person might not have been in there for the first part of the stream, but you can explain it since they asked you.
So again, we will have a we are aware of the issue right now, and of course, I think it was GM Joe who reported it, and he knows everything what's going to happen. We are going to have an announcement right after the maintenance,
yeah.
right? And for those who have abused it, I'm really sorry. We will have to stick with it, and
unfortunately,
we're going to.
But yeah, just we're
going to do something. We're going to make things happen.
Yeah, just to add on to what Jeremy has been saying.
Yeah.
So maybe that person just wasn't there in the
Maybe
beginning
he
of the
just
stream.
came in.
He just came in, yeah.
He just came in.
So what's happening now is that we're going to take actions on the created characters
right.
and also on the original character in that order. But we're on the process of doing that because there's a lot of numbers to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
But for the time being, just let you guys all know that whoever took advantage of that situation and abused it to an extent that we know is not appropriate, then the actions will be taken against them. They will be punished for it. And unfortunately, that person who took that route literally went completely against the operational policy that's already been written out on the webpage. So too bad that they didn't read it, or they read it, but they still refused to follow it. So the actions will come as appropriate to that. So you guys don't have nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fine. And that's that. And
I saw one more question.
who was it to?
I think specifically America-based. They asked Jeremy. So you know about our daylight savings time business?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know daylight savings time? So we have a thing in America. Where
Okay, you can expound it more because.
So when we have a thing in America where the hour goes back.
Okay.
And so that just happened. Or was it back or forward? Spring forward. Oh, it went forward one
forward
year.
team. We have the same thing.
Oh, good. So
we don't have it.
Asking if that's going to affect node war times, siege war times. Do you have any idea?
You can forward the question over to me, Jeremy, if you want.
Does Joel have an answer? Oh, forwarded.
I got it.
Good.
So what Jeremy wanted to say through
what I know is just the server times.
Yeah, no, but the issue occurred because the America server time not only affects the North American players, but it also affects the South American players. So we decided on our base that our time zones will not be pressed forward 1 hour as it did with the daylight savings time. So what that affected was the node war and the siege war for North American players specifically, based on their regular schedule, no longer fit their regular schedule that they were used to doing it routinely day after day. And what we did as a result of that was to make a variable time zone. So it's basically you can have different choice of nodes, different choice of areas that you can conquer, and they are separated by multiple hours. I think 2 hours for the two different zones. And what you can do is you can select the time that's more appropriate for you. Even with the daylight savings applied, it should help a little bit more, and hoping that it did solve a lot of those problems that people were having. That's that. Yeah. Someone's asking Jim, when will we be able to craft red equipment? Jim?
Who's Jim?
Jim?
I mean, you're the closest to Jim that I know.
Jim.
No, probably Jim.
Jeremy. Jeremy's name is too long for that.
But a short name
Tim
is
to Jim. Tim to Jim.
Okay, well, I'm positive that Jeremy knows when we're going to be able to.
Are we doing the forwarding the questions? It's eventually going to come to me, like auto forwarding the questions.
I've heard nothing.
Well, Jeremy, what do you know about this?
About when are we going to be able to craft red weapons?
Yeah. Jeremy says he don't know. He doesn't know.
I have not heard anything from.
Yeah.
from the developers.
That's it. That's the answer.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
I wish we can do it soon, but no, I haven't heard anything.
He hasn't heard anything. That's the answer. Okay, next question.
Next question. Is AutoQuest free? Yes, it's free. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
As soon as the update's over, you get the AutoQuest.
Oh, there was also one question. Does the AutoQuest work on Black Spirit? Well, on Black Spirit mode?
No.
Nope.
No.
No, you have to be
Nope.
Has
online
to be
while you do it.
active.
Okay.
So that means that if you turn on Black Spirit mode, it will stop the questing and it will become lazy. I mean, it become lazy.
Is that a function? Laziness?
It's a characteristic.
Oh.
It will become, your character will suddenly become lazy, and it will only hunt at that one place.
Oh.
Nothing else. And it'll only
And
hunt
it's-
for 3 hours.
Right. Or 6 hours.
6 hours if
Yeah,
it
yeah,
becomes if it becomes less lazy. But you
So
have to give it the Black Spirit Plus to make it less lazier. But for now, yes, that feature will only be applied while your character is fed with the electricity of your mobile device. If that
So-
makes sense. That makes scientific sense, right?
Scientific sense.
So.
I mean,
kind
being
of.
lazy makes scientific sense.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
mean, humans are naturally lazy. Yeah, that's
But
goes to all
efficient.
the classes.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's like the
Efficient.
otters at my camp. You know,
Yeah.
the character.
Oh, yes.
They're always lazy.
All right, so let's go for more questions. Why is not a developer on stream? Why are you talking instead of them? That is literally our job. We're the messengers.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Messengering all the messages.
it quite like. Do you remember like back in the day, the MSN days, like the first instant messengers that we had on the computer, the MSN messenger? Do you
I
guys?
cannot wait to see how you connect this to what we're
okay.
doing.
Wait,
right
wait,
now.
what? MSN what?
MSN Messenger. MSN,
Oh,
like
of course.
back in the day, it was like the little chat box that did it. So what that role was, it's a messenger, right?
Mhm.
It knew nothing. The thing knew nothing. But it made it seem like it knew everything
Mhm.
based on who typed on it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what's happening right now is like we're the MSN messengers
Great job, Joel.
and the developers are typing
I'm trying to wait.
through
That was
us.
perfect.
No, the
Yeah.
developers are typing through us, and we're obviously letting everybody know as the receivers of that message. They're on the other side of that messenger. So that's what's happening.
Beautiful.
So basically, Joe is like the green little guy, and then Tim's the blue one in the back.
Yeah,
The icon.
basically, like we
I don't
all
even know what you guys
together,
are talking about.
no, we all together create a
I mean,
messenger.
that means you're
Is it
still
no-
young.
is
So
it-
just be,
Yeah.
be
You're
be
fine.
thankful.
So that's why the devs are not on.
Okay.
That's the answer to the question. All right, I hope that cleared it out. Do you think it did?
So much.
Okay. All right, next question.
Oh,
Rank
chat
of
is
kills,
going
right?
fast now.
Oh, you have
yeah.
no, you gotta like
like our eyes have to be open.
yeah.
Let me open a little bit more.
Joel, auto boss kill on auto quest? Yes. This is so the in-game the storyline bosses. So the little boss where you have
Also,
the instances.
all things main
Yes.
story related will
Yes.
be auto quested.
Yes. So
So
you go into the instance to kill a boss. It tells you
Right,
like
right.
kill 9 pigs. That's one of the first quests.
Yes.
Kills those.
That was an
pigs.
appropriate reference.
Yeah.
If you said kill
Did you just
9
say
MSN
pigs?
messengers,
No, that
you were
doesn't
gonna
work. It
start
doesn't
to
work. I
lose
know
chat.
what works and what doesn't work. I know what works and doesn't work. But that won't work because it tells you to go into an instance just to kill pigs. And you don't have to do that manually. It will do it for you. That's part of the auto questing
So
process.
it's gonna auto queue pigs.
Yes, it will.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, please talk about that more.
but there's no it doesn't apply to like let's say you have like a bunch of like boss stamps laying around and you just suddenly in the middle of your auto questing want to mix in doing some boss rushes. That doesn't include in that process.
Nope.
So everything that's only related to story is going to be auto quested. Does auto quest
choose rewards. Yeah, because
Yes.
there are accessories, right? That you can get.
yeah,
Does
yeah.
it choose?
Yes, it does. I believe it chooses the first one.
It
Good
will choose the
question.
top.
Yeah, it will choose the top. And why that is so insignificant is that it only happens in the very early stages of the game, where like it's literally just blue and just green. all
Blue
the
and
way
green
through.
items, yeah.
And like in the end, you'll see your first purple, you'll see your first yellow in the add-on shop, in the pro shop, like, and you'll just get it with a bunch of black pearls that you
Right.
already have. Like it will become so insignificant that people are not gonna be whining about the fact that they don't have a plus 10 green accessory because they didn't pick the right one that they did. That's one thing you do have to sacrifice, if you can call it a sacrifice.
I mean, a sacrifice. It auto collects cool magical essences for you.
Like convenience costs something.
Well, and the better items like Grand Blackstones and the later quest rewards,
Yes.
those aren't selection.
No, those aren't
Those are
selectable.
given to you.
Yeah. Only thing that's selectable is basically the accessories, as far as I remember.
Right.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Jeremy, remove the,
The
cap
cap
on
on
character slot coupons from Black Pro
Yeah,
Shop,
Jeremy.
please. I don't know if that was a question, but it was a request.
How many
no idea.
times
It's a-
have we had to tell you?
It's a suggestion, I think. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get over it. I'm gonna figure out like what? It's a character.
They want to have more
Character slot
characters.
expansion.
Oh, they
Like-
want that in.
Yeah, you can buy 2 at the moment with Black Pros.
Mhm.
They want more. What do you say to that?
I'll think about it.
Oh, Jeremy will think about it. So there's your answer. Jeremy will
No,
think
no,
about
I'm
it.
kidding, I'm kidding.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that
He
will
is
turn out to.
placing consideration. on your
No, I'll try to
request.
forward that to our sales team and to our developers. If they're okay with it, then we can sell it.
Yeah, says Jeremy. So
Hmm.
there's your answer.
Yeah.
What's the next question? Tim, there are quests that need to free someone in cage prison. Is that including the auto quest too?
If it's part of the story quest.
Yes, that's literally.
It definitely is.
If not,
yeah.
Asia.
You guys can ask so many variants of your curiosity of auto questing, but literally every answer will be the same. If it's a part of the storyline quest, it's a yes.
I mean, I can understand the nuances because other games aren't so
Sure.
comprehensive.
Sure, it's
but
not as friendly.
with this is a
So
very-
Tim, I gotta extract milk from a cow. What do you?
It does it for you.
Yeah.
if it's part of the
If
story
it's part of
quest.
if it's a part of the story. If it's a side quest, it
Yeah.
doesn't do it
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
I see.
If you're milking cows on the side, forget it.
No, no, no.
It's gone. It's not happening.
I ain't have time for that.
Yeah,
No.
that's what he'll say. I ain't have time for that. That's what he'll
Yeah.
say. All right, so Gaming Gate got a couple more questions. I think we have just a few more questions because I think we're gonna have to start to maybe close this out. A few more questions. Joel, can I get a title for winning Golden Stick giveaway? Then it's not a Golden Stick giveaway. It's a Golden
That's a title away.
giveaway.
That's a
It's
title away.
Golden Soup title away, but that's
Yeah.
not what the thing is called. So I can't give away title. Sorry. Let's see.
Oh, they're asking me to like live translate the stream.
For all the, are you just gonna be here every Velia
Hey, better-
stream?
better.
Just make the stream
mean, I-
twice as longer
How
because
come our
your
live
stream
stream
is-
doesn't have subtitles? Better?
I mean,
Jeez.
I can try, but my fingers are only that fast, you know.
Or maybe we can get one Portuguese question at least. Or
Oh yeah, that would be
two.
nice.
Yeah,
right?
okay,
Or-
if you
you
just ask,
talk
but,
to
like,
them. You
ask,
ask
like,
them.
ask them
You
to
ask
ask you a
them.
Portuguese question.
Vamos ver se a gente tem alguma pergunta em português aqui. Alguém manda uma pergunta boa em português pra gente que eu vou responder.
Somebody.
Yeah, somebody.
Somebody. Anybody.
Anybody?
Somebody send me a Portuguese question.
Somebody asking Portuguese question. The first one you see, you answer.
In the meantime, I am also looking for questions.
Oh, blacksmith. I see something.
If the blacksmith's gonna have a Dark Knight weapon, they're asking.
How was this such an easy question?
I mean,
it's like 2 + 2 = 4. Like,
I mean, eu acho que sim, com certeza. Of course.
oh yeah. I understood. Yeah. Wait.
Oh,
yes.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh, Yogi just here.
Oh.
Wait. Dude, guys, it's the lead producer.
Guys.
Well,
Things are happening.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. 안녕하세요.
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 반갑습니다. 네.
어떻게 오셨죠?
방송 잘 보고 있다가 너무 반응도 뜨겁고 그래서 직접 인사드려야 될 것 같아서.
Wow. So he's here, Mr. Youngmin Cho. That he's our lead producer of Black Desert. So anything and everything that happens within the Black Desert Mobile world, it's literally happened through him. Like he makes all the calls. Like
예, 뭐 저는 그 검사 모바일 개발을 총괄하고 있는 리드 프로듀서인 조용민이고요. 아까 개발자 편지 제가 적었는데 잘 읽어주셨더라고요.
yeah. So he was talking about the developers know that he was talking about like we really liked it and we mentioned that he added on the end the stream part. So I think that you guys aren't talking. Like why you guys are not talking?
I'm
like,
nervous.
you guys are nervous. I've
The lead
never.
producer is sitting with us. So.
Yeah, I'm like if you guys can understand the kind of the context of everything that's going on in this moment, your boss, right? Like your highest boss, just like stormed into the stream.
That boss is boss.
Yeah, that boss of the boss, and like unexpectedly, and like now, we need to ask him why he's here. He said he came in because he was liking the stream. He just wanted to kind of celebrate with us that all the good stuff that's going on. With obviously this being a very special day. I'm shaking as I'm talking at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't usually do this.
You're doing great.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll ask him now. Like I'm sure that he has a bigger reason for why he's here today. 여기서 뭐 하고 싶은 일이 있으시다면 뭐가 있을까요?
일단은 오늘 우리 패치 날이잖아요.
Yeah.
네, 그래서 굉장히 많은 패치 준비했으니까 우리가 준비한 만큼 많이 즐겨주시고 그리고 기대해 주셔서 감사하다고 전해드리고 싶어서 나왔어요.
So he first of all, he just wanted to say thank you to all of our adventurers for always sticking around through this game and to enjoying all the brand new content that we always provide. But also, especially with today, with being such a celebratory day, to say that he wants to celebrate with us all, but also just kind of do it a little bit more personal, as he's never done this before. I don't think he's ever appeared on any global content before. So it was quite an amazing situation that we have.
Yeah.
그리고 이렇게 다들 이제 되게 건강이 위험한 시기니까 직접 얼굴 뵙고 꼭 건강 조심하시라고 전해 주세요.
And he's really hoping for good health and everyone to stay safe in these times. I always say these times because I think that's the most appropriate terminology for. You guys aren't talking. Like, can you guys talk?
This is a
with me?
crazy time. I agree with you, Joel.
No, you never agree with me. You never
He's agreeing now, right?
But Tim never agrees with me. Why are you just suddenly agreeing with everything I'm saying? But yes, he wishes everyone health, good health, and just everyone to stay safe all around the world. It's not just Asia; it's all around the world with Europe and America and every other continent involved with it as well. But yes, wow. But yeah, that's basically what he's been saying. So,
I mean, I want to say one
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Go ahead.
First of all, 포르투갈어 주가 해주셔서 정말 감사합니다.
He said thank you.
Like, eu queria falar que vocês que pediram muito português, ele atendeu aos nossos pedidos e graças a ele a gente pôde colocar português no jogo também. So thank you so much for adding Portuguese into the game in such a huge patch.
Yeah,
with
because
so many great updates.
Like, if it wasn't for Mr. Youngmin, like confirming that, because we all initially started with with Portuguese not being in the plans, right? As we already mentioned earlier, but with so many requests coming in, like process by process. Obviously, we don't speak to Mr. Youngmin directly. We're not in that level yet, but like we tell the higher ups that I'm saying like Portuguese. I think it really needs to be added, and they tell the upper ups, and then they eventually gets to Mr. Youngmin saying like I think like we need to be there. And then they were like, no, well that's producer was telling me for me to stop talking because like they need Mr. Youngmin to stop. Okay. Oh goodness.
일단 저는 계속 질문 주시고 뭔가 이렇게 반응 주시는 것들 많이 읽고 있어요. 실제로 진짜로 많이 읽고 있었는데 오늘 채팅 보다 보니까 좋은 의견 너무 많더라고요.
Wow, so he's seeing a lot of good suggestions and feedback, not only today but every day that we've seen.
We told you guys it matters.
It does matter. Like people are actually listening. The most important person, when the most important person is actually listening and actually taking the feedback, you know it's actually happening.
너무 감사합니다. 정말 항상 계속 보겠습니다. 네.
He says thank you, and he will always continue to watch. So if you guys thought that this chat was not for anything, you literally just got proof that it literally means everything. Like if he's listening, it's happening in the game.
He decides all the things.
And then some.
People are raising requests right now. Actually,
요청이 엄청 들어오고 있어요. 지금 오늘 도착하셨다고.
They're like,
전부 다 나중에 텍스트로 긁어서 다 한번 읽어보겠습니다.
So he's saying we're gonna like print this out in text and just like deliver it to him. Then he's gonna read it all at once and see how it was. 진짜 요청이 엄청 많아졌어요. 이거 오시고 나서.
그리고 저번 주에 라모네스 경기 한 것도 진짜 잘 봤어요.
And he really enjoyed the Ramones games too.
Oh, we saw too. Yeah.
We thought so too.
I'm gonna ask which region he liked the most. We had 3: Europe, Asia, and America. I wonder which is his favorite.
일단 미국 쪽 방송을 제가 직접 봤던 것 같은데 경기 되게 박진감 넘치고 마지막에 막 역전도 하고 그러더라고요.
맞아요.
재밌었어요. 그래서 한국 분들보다 더 잘하는 거 아닐까요?
So actually, he really liked the America region because of how close it was all the way through, and he's actually saying that the American players are better than the Korean players at Ramones, which is pretty surprising because the Korean players have been playing for such a long time.
네, 뭐 글로벌에서 먼저 시행했던 거라서 오히려 반대로 반응이 너무 좋아서 한국에도 반영을 하고 싶은 생각이 따로 있을 정도로. 네.
Okay, so he's considering with all the good feedback that we've received regarding the Ravenous tournament, he's actually trying to implement it maybe for the Korean server as well. We'll have maybe a separate Korean Ravenous tournament.
Oh, you guys are making history even in the Korean server. That's how amazing this chat is.
Like
you know?
what you say in chat right now, like on Twitch, on YouTube, you guys are doing right now, it might make an effect. It might make a difference in the Korean server too.
You should be careful how much power you let
like
them
you
know
guys
they have.
power abusing. You can do that only for today. Like
Yeah.
that you guys have the permission to do that. Gosh.
저는 일단은 또 가서 개발을 해야 되니까 또 계속 열심히 개발하겠다고 말씀드리고 싶고 꼭 건강 관리 조심하시고 제가 오늘 온 김에 선물도 좀 준비를 했어요.
Oh wait.
Oh.
All right, so okay, hold on.
You gotta
So-
translate that.
I
I cannot
translate
be.
that word for word. I'll translate that word for word. All right. So he's really busy, as we all know. Like everybody knows
The
that he's really
most.
busy, and then he obviously he needs to get back to work. He came to visit to say hi, and he came back to visit. And now he's got to go back to work and continue developing. And first of all, he wishes everyone good health once again, just to everyone to stay safe. But I guess it's a little more important that he prepared a gift for all of the users. No, not just people watching on Twitch, but all of the users.
What is this gift, Joel?
what is 혹시 무엇인지 여쭤봐도 될까요?
점검 중인데 모든 유저분들께 블랙펄로 1000펄을 네.
You gotta translate that again. We're the only ones with the information right now.
근데 그렇게 많이 줘도 돼요?
이렇게 반응이 좋으신데요.
Oh
드려야죠.
my god.
He can do anything.
Guys, get ready for that.
Oh my goodness. So
some people already know.
so people already figured it out.
Oh my god.
Like they heard Black Pearl. But yes, he promised 1,000 Black Pearls to all the adventurers. Like I asked him to make sure, are you gonna be okay with that? Like that's a lot of Black Pearls to give to everybody. And he's like, yeah, since
People are excited.
yeah, people are Oppa the best, Oppa the best, Oppa the best,
Thank
Oppa
you.
the best. Yeah. If you guys can do, wow, that's 1,000 Black Pearls. 너무 감사합니다. 저도 잘 쓰겠습니다. 저도
제가 정말 감사합니다.
아유.
너무 우리 게임 이용해 주셔서 너무 감사하고 정말로 지금 바로 근데 준비해 주실 수 있을까요?
네,
Wait,
바로
Jeremy, now you have to go back and send 1,000 pearls to everybody.
당연하죠.
지금
Bye, Jeremy.
좋으실 때 바로
네네,
받으셔야 돼요.
바로.
Wow, goodness. Yeah, so
yeah. Bye.
but yes.
He just sent Jeremy
thank you,
on a
thank you.
mission. to
Jeremy, come back. We can do it a little bit later. Okay. But yeah, Mr. Youngmin was saying that since he wanted to thank everyone for showing so much love and support for the game is the reason why he wanted to kind of give back in return for all the good support that you guys have shown us. Then that's the reason why he's going to be sending this Oppa is going to be sending 1,000 Black Pearls to everybody in Asia, America, Europe, all the servers. It's going to be done. Can we get some hearts in chat? Can we get some thank yous in chat? Like
Someone give love to the best
my
Oppa.
goodness, like
guys.
this guy. I mean, he's our boss. I've never really seen him do so much. Like, because we never really get a chance to talk to. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, like this, my like Mr. Youngmin, he sits probably like 10 meters away from me, but I never really get to talk to him because he's just so
much
high
love.
up.
So many
이게
loves.
다 용민님 미안한 반응이에요. 형.
정말 감사합니다.
Oh my god.
He's a busy guy, Joe.
Yes, I mean he has to go. So 바쁘시니까. So he's busy. We'll send him out, but he already promised this gift, so he can't take it back. So he will be sending it off to you guys. But just one last bit of thank you to Mr. Youngmin for coming in here today. 너무 감사하고 진짜 또 잘 부탁드리겠습니다.
언제나 좋은 콘텐츠로 보답하겠습니다.
He's gonna provide everyone with the best content available. He's been doing that so far already, and he's gonna continue to do that. We can definitely keep on that promise. Everybody's loving it. Good.
Wow, so many purple hearts.
네. 그러면 감사합니다. 예.
감사합니다.
Wow. What just happened, guys? Like, what just happened?
Okay, so I definitely have to go and work with the service team around so we can prepare your 1,000 black pearls.
So his gift, Jeremy just found out was happening. So Jeremy needs to take care of business.
Jeremy gotta ship those pearls, you know.
I will make sure that everyone will receive the 1,000.
1,000. It's not 100. It's 1,000.
You cannot get that wrong.
1,000
Yeah.
black pearls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy smokes! What just happened, guys? Like,
I have no
That-
idea. We
that
were
was
just talking and like.
that was the
Do you guys feel like auras from important people? Like kind
Like
of.
I did. Like
Yeah.
I never shake. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah.
speak, I never shake when I speak during stream. Like this was probably the first time in the history of Velia that I've ever shaken like talking.
Me out.
And like this is like the most special Valiant ever, you know.
Probably like the producers. The reason why we have producers today probably was for that.
Oh.
Like
Now that we think about
now
it,
that we think about it, like in
the
retrospective of what
pieces are
happened,
coming together.
it came together. It's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Collecting.
No, the pieces.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, when Joe invited me, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna tell the Brazilian users that they're gonna play the game in Portuguese, right? But then you got Dark Knight, Portuguese, 1,000 pearls. You have everything.
Oh yes. Just so you guys know, these implementation of 1,000 Black Pros will not be like the Raminus tournament. So if you guys think that you just can create new characters and just feed it all, that's not how it's gonna work. So you don't have to worry about the incident that just happened during the past weekend. It's not gonna happen again. It's going to be only sent manually to the accounts that are currently existing. So there's you don't have to worry about like people buying creating new accounts just to get these 1,000 Black Pros that Mr. Youngmin promised. Mr. Youngmin, I think specifically promised in a very secretive way is that send it only to the people that have already created an account for Black Desert Mobile Global. I think he said that. In the midst of all that, I just missed to translate that.
You super noonchied and realized that is the case.
Yeah. Okay. so yeah, just so you guys know, like the thing that happened with the Ravenous tournament coupons, it will not happen with this. So don't worry about that too much. And if you're thinking of some way to use that to your favor, I would just say it. Like I already told everyone that it goes against the
stop it right there now if you don't want to.
Take the 1,000 and enjoy it.
And take the 1,000 and run.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the 1,000 will be good and it's gonna do well for what you guys want to do. But yes, that's oh my god.
Goodness gracious.
I never really had this kind of moment when I was running Velia and like ever. Like this is like the first time.
Well, now it all makes sense.
Well,
It all makes sense
there's
right
a reason why we have 5 producers in the studio right
Uh-huh.
now, like just doing the stream. It was because of Mr. Youngmin coming through. Wow.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah. Okay. So Eclipse is asking, will you buy White Pros just to get the Black Pro bonus on the login? I already did that.
I did it.
I already did the 1,400 White Pros to get the extra Black Pro. I thought it was a complete deal, and it's definitely worth doing. So if you're asking next question, yes, I already did, and additional information that Jeremy did it as well.
Additional information? No more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no more.
So that's that. Joel, tell your producers we want to craft skill books in camp. What?
Craft skill books.
Oh, yeah, that's not possible. But anyway, I think this is a good this is a good phase to end things.
Solid segue.
Yes, it's a solid segue to end this stream. I think we can end this on a good note.
Yes.
Not about skill book crafting in camp, but about Mr. Youngmin literally just making the bestest.
The light shine down.
The bestest invasion of a stream I've ever seen in the history of stream.
Stream-vasion.
That's a stream invasion, and that was very successful. Everybody got 1,000 Black Pros, and it's time to rejoice. And I think this is a good note for us to end the stream. Do you guys want to say anything before we go out, Jeremy?
I'd like to thank Tim and Joel for inviting me here because it's my first time to come to Velia. And Veru. No, because it's our first time to come
okay,
right?
Okay,
it's our
second time.
Oh, second time. It's my first time, and I'm really happy I get to meet the lead producer there and get to talk to you guys and talk with our users out there. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, Tim.
I'm the regular. Am I?
You're just kind of in order. It's just kind of in order, like.
So this is kind of the product of all of your guys' feedback. So we just. Again, want to say thank you for everything you guys have been putting in the chat and for coming and supporting us so we can always keep doing this for you guys. And really, like all the updates today, what we got from Mr. Youngmin, that is only because we've gotten such good support from all of the fans all over the world. And your suggestions have directly translated into better content that you guys want and better content for the game itself.
Yeah, it's just like adding on to that. Like it's basically all I want to say. Like just like without the adventures, like this game would be half of what it is.
Yep.
Like quite like the devs can only do so much of creating a great game, but your feedback and your additions in terms of ideas and like just these implementation, constant back and forth. We call it ping pong, right? It's like ping ponging back and forth between us and us as the devs, but also as the users, kind of as recipients of the idea. Just like getting that back and forth communication going as we always do. This is what makes a game great, and I think this is what made Black Desert Mobile into what it is today. I think it's just going to get even better. As long as we can continue the communication, we'll definitely do our part. So we definitely ask you all, everybody on the adventure side, to do your part of always providing us with good feedback. Constructive feedback is always great, and it's going to help the game. But yeah. Bedu, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Captain Bedu.
I was having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you so much for inviting me today, Joe, team. I had a lot of fun. We laughed a lot, and then
we cried.
We cried in the middle too. I don't know what we cried.
We cried in the middle. Shaked. This guy. We shook. We shook. Portuguese now, man.
Yeah.
And then.
Okay. I'm fine. I
and then we got, you know, we got so many great new features, and we talked a lot about the game. For me, it was a special stream, and you know, I was just happy that I was able to be here with you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was fun. And thanks for making the game, you know, better. I'm an adventurer too, you know.
You can tell that
when
to
I live
Youngmin,
with.
like he made the game. Like he literally made the game, so like you can tell him thank you. Like,
but you guys helped to make the experience, you know, better and better.
Like that just kind of proves that like everybody's in this. Like we're in it together. Like Mr. Youngmin, obviously, it's really just amazing thing that he did to create the actual game itself. But it's everybody around him, including all of us, and obviously everybody that's involved in Black Desert Mode to make it a better game altogether. But yeah, I think that just goes to show once again why we're having this stream in the first place, to have Velia in as the communicative tunnel process for you guys to send us what you want to say to us, but also for us to send back feedback to you guys. I don't know what you guys are talking
Anyways,
about.
guys, again, the Dark Knight,
good job.
the Dark Knight will come after a couple of hours. Please, you have your 1,000 pearls. Make your Dark Knight, and then just start auto questing.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. I think that's going to end it for our stream. And thank you so much for watching this very special episode, the 100 days of celebration that we had. And now we're done with the D30 that Jeremy's been posting every day on Discord. And now the wait is over. The Dark Knight will be available right after the maintenance is over. And then episode 20 of Velia will come in next week. We got just a lot of special things coming every week, and it's going to be coming. So thank you guys so much for watching from all of us here at Prolovis. Great stream once again to be with you all again, and we'll hopefully see you next week for the next stream.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys. Obrigado, galera.
Bye.